Coweta has won the toss. They defer. The Ardmore Tigers will receive on the north end of the field. Coweta will kick from the scoreboard side of the field. That's the way we'll start the game.
All right, David, again, that's another salon bringing you the coin toss tonight. We appreciate them as well. Again, Mike Laird, Billy Wallace, David Polk in there. That's Brandon Martin right there. Brandon, you know, the Ardmore Tigers, we've seen them play a lot this year. There's been some rumors around that Lionel Jimenez a little bit ill tonight, but he's out for the warm-ups, and, you know, he went through the warm-ups pretty well, so we'll have to check on that a little bit later on, too. I'm sure once they kick that ball into the air, things change when you're a kid anyway.
Well, you mentioned earlier the big conspiracy. Colson Kelly had 5 guys out sick last week, and Coweta wins 38-7. You got to wonder if they've got a rogue spy within the Ardmore organization planting food poisoning pills amongst our players. But, you know, as things go, Ardmore is used to getting everybody's best shot from here on out. Regardless of what the Gaylord Gazette says up north, Ardmore, since about the Shawnee game or the Lawton Mack game, has been #1 in the state. And they're going to get everybody's best shot. And tonight's going to be no different. And they're comfortable with playing with who they are. They're comfortable being Ardmore. And I think once this game gets established in its regular tilt, everything gets into its regular ways, that Ardmore will be fine. They'll come out and play, and they'll win this one, you know, about how they always have, business-like.
We just figured out why the Ardmore Police Department is sitting down there in the end zone. They all bring on the Tigers.
I'm kind of relieved.
That's pretty cool.
No, it was just to add a little spirit to it.
Yeah, that's why we were wondering if what was going on earlier, but that's exactly what it is for, as the Ardmore Tigers take the center of the field tonight to celebrate there at home tonight. We've got the starting lineups for you after this timeout. We're coming back here for the kickoff, too. Stick around here. The big game on the big station, 97.7. Starting lineup, the Brad Fenton Motors starting lineup as we get underway here tonight. The Coweta Tigers, as we told you in the early part of the segment, that they will be kicking off right to left here. And back deep, who we got back deep there for the Ardmore Tigers? Somebody, Jermaine Stubblefield back there at the 12-13 yard line. And he will be the deep man for the Tigers as we get into it here. Number 10, Jacob Poplin, will be the kicker right to left here as we get underway. He puts a foot into it and kicks it out of the end zone. A little bit of a south wind tonight helping him out tremendously with that. And that'll start the Ardmore Tigers in the 2A, the 5A second round at the 20. First down there.
A little different for Ardmore this week. They've enjoyed kicking off, pinning their opponent deep, and getting good field position for their offense starting out. Now the offense starts at their own 20. And even if they don't score, just get a nice drive and get Coweta pinned back in their own end of the field to start the position battle off on a good note.
You are correct, sir. Lionel Jimenez brings up the line of scrimmage. A one-back set with 2 wide to each side. And here's the handoff. Jimmy Colbert right side finds the 20. And the line of scrimmage just barely half a yard on the gain right there, as he is going to be stopped behind the rush there. The Coweta Tigers pretty quick on defense, looking pretty good right there. Big number 73, Jamal Walker, goes about 270 pounds. Pretty good wheels, too. Second down, 10.
That play was just a little slow to develop. It really looked like Ardmore had everybody blocked. But when Jimmy got up to the line of scrimmage, there was just no room to go.
I cannot tell these guys' numbers from up here. They're orange on white
and slanted.
Hard to see, aren't they? Jimenez from the gun. He's got a back beside him in Colbert. He calls for it there. Looking down the field, left side, across the middle there. Brian Booker, the intended receiver, crossing pattern there. And that will be incomplete. Third down and a long 9 to go.
Well, and in coverage that time on Booker was Mike Bryant. He's a guy you're going to hear that name an awful lot. 6'1", 215-pounder. Does a little bit of everything. Plays good defensively as well as the offensive leader at quarterback for Coweta. And he had pretty good coverage that time on Booker.
Amazing thing about Mike Bryan is, and yes, he is a Oklahoma Bryan, guy. He plays Mike linebacker, middle linebacker, and quarterback. You don't see that in high school very often. Jimenez calls for it from the gun once again. This time he'll go left. Colbert back there blocking for him. He rolls out, looking down the field. Long down the field. Got to Dante. No, intercepted back there. And that interception's going to be Poplin. I believe he's going to return it to the 30, 25-yard line. Gets inside the 25 to the 21 before he's bumped back out of bounds. And that gives the Coweta Tigers the upper hand on that exchange. And again, that's Brent Sullivan, the interceptor, the defensive back, 175-pound senior over there on that right side.
Well, that time in coverage, they moved Mike Bryan over. He had Dante Miller as he slid over outside away from his Mike position outside to cover Dante. Had two receivers in the same area. The ball hung up in the wind a little bit, I think, there, and it helped with that interception. And also, to make matters worse, Tommy Fitzgerald is really hobbled as he's coming off the field with an assist.
Tommy Fitzgerald, the big tackle for the Tigers. Coach Lloyd has called him one of the best down linemen that he's coached in 19 years. And he's coming off a little bit slow there with some help. The Coweta Tigers, after that exchange, are going to have great field position, the 22.5-yard line. It'll be first down there for Coweta, so the Ardmore defense, as tough as they've been all year, backed up real quick here and have to get some proven done.
Well, and with the leg we saw from the Coweta kicker, they have the ability. Right now they are in field goal position already without snapping the football, especially with a strong breeze at their back.
Mike Bryan from the gun, and from what I understand, you'll see this most of the night tonight. He'll take it, hand this football off to the left side, cuts back to the right, going to pick up about 3 yards right there as he skinnies outside there, the Z-back.
Jeremiah Sampson, from all reports, this kid is as fast as anybody Ardmore can see all year long, and he proved it right there. He probably should have tackled for no gain, was able to slip outside for about 2 or 3.
He's not very big, 5'9", about 160 pounds, but a little scat back.
Scat back, yeah.
Jared Fields got just an ankle tackle on him, too.
Bryan again from the gun. He'll have one back standing behind him in the shotgun formation. Looking to the left, and line out there across the little hitch pattern at the 12, and that catch is made there, and that will be a pretty good gain inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. And that is that guy I've been talking about all night, huh? That's Justin Hogan, a 5'11", 220-pounder. Listed as a running back, but he lines up out there like an X or Z back by.
Good protection up front, too, for Coweta on this first possession is really Bryan had all day to throw the football.
Again, Mike Bryan from the gun here. First down and goal from the 7-yard line. Got to hand it off to the big back right up the middle. Ooh, hit hard at the goal line there. Out of the goal line there, hit by Fields.
Jared that time in on the tackle, and that looked like just an easy touchdown untouched, and all of a sudden right there at the half-yard line, Jared met him and stopped Sampson dead in his tracks.
Ardmore really on their heels on this first possession for Coweta. Coweta got a lot of momentum working right now. They got the wind at their back, got the early turnover, and about to make the Tigers pay.
Bryan the lone back now as he goes from the gun. He's the only man back there, and they've got 10 on the line of scrimmage there. Touchdown as he goes up over the top. Coweta Tigers score first with 9:14 to go in the quarter.
Good teams, playoff caliber teams, make you pay when you turn the ball over on your own end of the field, and that's what Coweta has done. Is they take the ball, had the interception, took the ball down near the 20-yard line, and now 3 plays they're in the end zone.
22-yard drive right there, and that's as you said, not very difficult. The snap is down and the kick is up, and it is good. 9:14 to play here in the first quarter, and the Coweta Tigers lead the Ardmore Tigers 7-0. We'll be back with more from Noble Stadium on the big station, Kick'em Country. Welcome back here as the Coweta Tigers have scored first 7-0 now. And here is the kick, and it will go deep and out of the end zone there. Great kick there to start the Tigers off once again at the 20-yard line. It'll be first down there.
Well, that coin toss is really paying off for Coweta here as they are controlling the field position as well as the football in this first quarter. Good decision by their head coach.
Now the Tigers will have it for the second time. Last one resulted in a quick interception and a 22-yard quick drive there. First down and 10 for Ardmore. Jimenez leads him up to the line of scrimmage, offset backfield behind him. He's got twins way out to the left side, the wide side of the football field. The ball is loose. I believe he just fell on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Everybody all over him, but Jimenez comes up with the football.
It was not a good connection between the center and the quarterback on that exchange, and Lionel just had to go back and get the football.
We saw that a little bit during practice, too, during warm-ups. Jimenez and Hoffman were having trouble connecting with the center exchange. Looks like Kevin Andrews coming in off the bench to play tackle. Tommy Fitzgerald's not going to be able to go with the leg injuries he's got right now. Have to take a little break.
Tommy did play the last play and comes off gingerly of his own power. Left side Colbert, the handoff from Jimenez. They're going to be right there in the hole before he even gets a shot at it. Back to the line of scrimmage, which is about 2.5, 3 yards from the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a third down now and still about 14 to go.
Well, Jimmy has been patient all year, able to read his blocks. He waited and waited, just didn't get the crease that he needed to turn up into. And right now, Coweta's just winning the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see Mike Bryan is that's why he plays middle linebacker. I mean, he's not keying on anybody. He's keying on motion. He's going where the ball goes every time, and he's pretty quick to the football. Third down, 14 to go here. Jimenez from the gun with backs on either side of him. Looking down the field now to throw the football. Throws it out into the flats, the 25-yard line to the 30. That'll be a first down to the Tigers as Jimmy Colbert catches it out there. He'll make it, advance it to the 35, and that will be out of bounds. He's rushed out of bounds right there by Justin Hogan, and that'll be a first down for the Tigers. Big third down play right there.
Coweta blitzing, and Jimmy Colbert all by himself. Really a nice effort on his part to go back and pull that pass in because it was thrown behind him. If he'd hit him in stride, it would have been a really big play.
And credit Jimenez, too, for the throw. He was flushed out of the pocket. He still went through his keys and found Colbert, who was his last man on his route list.
Miller wide to the right here, and they'll hand it to, no, the counter's a fake, and Jimenez out to throw. He's going to be swamped under, just throws the ball, and he's going to, well, what's the flag for?
Probably going to get grounding on Jimenez.
Okay, he's got a receiver out there at the 36-yard line, so. First down, David.
He's called grounding. Dante was just a little too far down the field, and Lionel really didn't throw it in his direction. He just threw it, so they're going to get him for grounded.
It looked like Booker was coming back to the ball, David, but is there not a rule where you have to get the ball past the line of scrimmage if you're still quasi within the tackle box?
You know, he was outside the tackle box. He just has to throw it at somebody, and he didn't have anybody near him.
Well, that's because he's being spun around
exactly
by their defenders. Anyway, that'll back him up. Second down, a long way to go now. About 22 to go. They need to get to the 46-yard line, and the ball going to be at the 22. So
that's the toughest part about that penalty. It's a loss of down.
23 yards right here for the Tigers. Jimenez from the gun again, a back beside him on the left. Trips out to the left side, the wide side of the field. Jimenez looking down the field, throws it across the middle. There's Gresham, catches it at the 45, beats his way to the 50. First down Tigers at the midfield stripe. No, they're in Coweta territory at the 49, first down.
Wow, second and 23. Tigers able to convert there. Perfect pass that time. Lionel's had a couple that kind of got away from him. Boy, that one couldn't have been better.
We've seen Gresham this year sometimes drop the ball when you say, well, that's an easy catch right there in stride. But we've noticed when the ball's high, where only Gresham can get it, he makes the spectacular catches, and that time is no different. First and 10 at the 49.
Tall guy, throw it high, timeout on the field. The Tigers take a timeout, 7:18 to go. 7-0 Coweta with the lead. We're back here from Noble Stadium. We're live with the Tiger Show on Kick'em. takes it, gives it to Colbert across the 40, to the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he is inside. Touchdown, Tigers!
And boy, we barely got back in time, but the Tigers now starting to pull it together.
Boy, howdy, that's the way you get back to it. 7-6 now with 7:08 to play.
We had talked to Mike Bryan this, Mike Bryan that. Well, if you're a middle linebacker and you're worth your weight in salt, you got to be there for the draw play. And that time the middle was wide open, and Colbert took advantage of it and outran the safety for a touchdown.
It's called bearing off. He went off to the left, and that was the end of that deal.
That's right. You never saw Bosworth do that.
That's right. But he did count on steroid use. So can't have that.
Steroid use and good instincts.
Kelby Price to kick the ball, and here it is. It is up, and it is no good. The Tigers leave one out there. 7-6 right now. Coweta Tigers lead the Ardmore Tigers. We're back after this. You're listening to the Ardmore Tigers on the big station, 97.7. Price going to line it up down from the 40, left to right here. He'll kick it into a pretty stiff wind. It's going to come to the 20-yard line, be taken there by the Coweta Tigers, 25-yard line. A little scat back with the return here. Sampson going to get it to the 44-yard line, and he will be stopped right there. Good job for the Tigers there. And I believe that's going to be Stubblefield in there on the tackle for Ardmore. So that'll set him up at the 43, and that'll be first down there for Coweta. A little bit tougher distance-wise as far as field perception is concerned for the Coweta Tigers on this particular set of downs.
Ardmore got sucked inside a little bit, and he was able to break containment, get outside. It looked like they had pretty good coverage on it. They were able to break that containment and get to the outside.
First down, 10. Bryan again from the gun, going to fake the handoff, takes it to himself on a little quarterback counter play, for lack of a better term. Going to maybe get, a yard and a half, 2 yards on the carry. Boy, they're going to spot that really generous across the 45.
Got a flag on the play. We're going to bring it back.
Well, now the guy spots it where it should be. So
Got a holding flag. Is really quick from the umpire. Going to back him up 10.
Well, they didn't hold very well because 2 linebackers back there inside the line of scrimmage to jam that play up. And I didn't think he got that much either.
We'll take it back to the 33-yard line there, and that's a little more like it.
Miles and Booker both combining with one of the defensive linemen that couldn't pick up his number. But
well, that should be, that's the second down marker over there, but that should be a first down, shouldn't it, David?
Yes,
first
it
and
should.
20 at the 33. Twins out to the right and left here, man in motion. And they're going to run the option out of this. Pitch it to the back, and they'll have none of that. The Ardmore Tigers sniffed that out pretty quick, and Kevin Andrews on the tackle over there across the way, out of bounds. That'll bring up now what will be a second down and a long 33 to go.
so they brought, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, sprint option, yeah, that might have a chance going to the short side of the field. Delay option like that, forget about it.
Yeah, it took forever to develop. They brought Bates in motion and then just worked him on a little option outside. Tigers had way too much time to react to that one.
It also looks like we got a flag down. Look,
Yeah.
David, I think that signal, was that unsportsmanlike conduct?
That's what I'm listening.
The way they set up with him in the gun like that, that's about the only way that they're going to get a good natural option
Yeah.
is to send that man in motion. But by the time they do that, the play develops where the defenders can see it quickly. I mean,
And I've noticed
They did have a late hit on the other side of the field.
And I've noticed a couple times it looks like the man behind Bryan in the gun is starting a little early. They're going to catch him on that before long and throw him promotion.
big penalty right there. Goes from second down 33 to second down at 6. Six minutes to go here, first quarter. Send a man in motion again. This time Brian's going to take the snap, follow that guy. The motion guy cuts up inside. They'll have none of that. The Tigers do a good job of making the stop there.
That is Alan Elliott playing quarterback in there the last couple of plays there, Mike, as they have changed out their quarterbacks. Just took a direct snap.
And here comes Mike Bryan this time back on the field. This is very similar to what we saw against Chickasha. The quarterback lines up, spread everybody else out, and then he just tries to pick a hole. It hasn't worked a couple times on this drive.
Wow, look at this
Third down and
formation.
6. What they call that? The single wing, I think. Back in the
Oh,
nice job by Brian Booker. Boy, he almost had himself an Oski right there, didn't he?
That would have
was
been
pick
pretty.
6.
What a great play.
Would you call that a gimmick play
What,
there?
what presence there was there. It was a messed up play, and they had the presence of mind to get over, and Booker did a great job.
Whatever that play was, it needs to be put in file 13. Otherwise, it's going to be pick 6 for Ardmore.
I tell you what, they're not afraid to just do about anything. It's been a long time since I've seen a set like that, but
That looks like something you draw up in the dirt.
there you go.
Well, if you didn't know before, Coweta is going to open the bag of tricks. They're going to pull it all.
And they will punt now, 4th down and 6. And a spiraling punt with the wind, going to hit.
Oh, it hit him.
And it hit an Ardmore
Again.
Tiger. And it hit him again, and that's Fields down there. Boy, the Tigers have had such trouble with this particular thing. You know, when the punt is short, and Coweta has it. You got to know where the football is, even when the punt is short. You got to know where the football is going to bounce.
Well, it jumped up and bit the Tigers last week as one of the Tigers in the center of the formation bounced one off the helmet. That really led to the only score for Carl Albert, only touchdown for Carl Albert, and this is going to give great field position again at the 25-yard line to Coweta.
That ball took a bounce straight downfield and followed followed Fields, who was trying to get away from it. It was chasing him.
No reason to even be down there, though.
1st and 10 here. And Brian, I hope, back at quarterback, and they'll hand it off, and nothing going right there. Sampson is going to be the carrier, or the would-be carrier, as he's tackled well short of the line of scrimmage, about a yard and a half. Nice job by the entire front 7 of the Ardmore Tiger defense.
Sampson is 5'9", 160, but boy, he has some quick, doesn't he?
I think he's 160 soaking wet, brother. I mean, he is like he looks very small to me. 2nd down here. Brian this time from the gun with the motion man coming out of the backfield here. Brian's in trouble. Nice job right there. Kevin Andrews holds on. Others back there, but Kevin does the job right there as he's done all year. Kevin Andrews doing a great job on the breakdown and just tackle the guy. 3rd down and 14.
Starting to see more and more recognition for the Tiger defense as they have had, a couple of possessions to take a look at Coweta and see the odd things they're going to throw at them. And you kind of feel like the Tigers kind of getting in that no panic mode and letting their athletic ability just take over the ballgame.
3rd down 14, the 29-yard line in Ardmore territory. Coweta breaks out of the huddle there. They're going to send trips wide to the right. Actually 4 out there wide and 1 wide to the left. Brian from the gun by himself. He's in trouble again. Marquise Booker chasing him, so is Kevin. And Andrews gets to him about the time he releases it. The catch is made down the field. Dwan Miles on the tackle there. Help me with the number. Who's the receiver? I do hate these jerseys.
That was number 6.
That's supposed to be Sanford, isn't it? No, that's Palmer.
That was number 6.
Yeah.
Pavarud. Boy, those uniforms are brutal. We saw this kid kicking into the wind with the distance from 45 yards. This one looks like it's going to be about 36.
Morelli kicks it. It is no good. Short.
Got a little bit of a block on that, guys. It hit just a little bit as he was getting it off, and that shortened it.
Partially blocked by the king, Robbie Gordon.
I was going to say number 21 coming off there, adjusting his glove just like you should, and that's a great play right there for the Tigers. It'll give Ardmore the 1st down at the 20, just inside the 20-yard line here. And we got to say hey to Jake Patterson. Jake Patterson is a true Ardmore Tiger fan. He has not missed a game since probably the whole 7 or 8 years of his life, 9 years of his life. And tonight he's feeling under the weather. He's at home. So Anyway, we need you. Man, that's the consistency part of this deal tonight. Tigers struggling a little bit. 1st and 10. And, Jermaine almost got loose, but then getting wrapped up. Big number 73. Jamal Walker, the 270-pounder.
What was funny about that was Jermaine was loose. Walker grabbed for anything, found Jermaine's belt.
Jermaine had one of those hand warmers on, and now he doesn't as he took it off and threw it to the sideline because that's what he got tackled by. So he said, I don't think I need that thing anymore.
Ardmore Tigers face a 2nd down and 15. Roll out to his left. Lionel looking that way. Finds Dante. Nope, just out of his reach there. So 3rd down and 14 after the incomplete pass.
Dante pretty well covered out there, too. As again, they've had Brian out on him in coverage, and he had him pretty well covered. Would have been a perfect pass.
2:05 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 7-6. Coweta leads Ardmore. Tigers have the football. 3rd down 15 at the 15-yard line. So Jimenez runs the play in from the side.
Got to look for Gresham here. His big catch on 3rd down the last drive propelled Ardmore to a touchdown.
Trips wide out to the left. Gresham the farthest out that way. Booker wide to the right here. Jimenez has to go get the football from the gun, throwing it down the field. Again, Jermaine makes the catch right at the down marker. He's across the 30, and that, boy, they spot that right at the 30. If Jermaine falls down, it's at least a yard, isn't it? It's 2.5 yards, isn't it?
He's just bracketed by 2 defenders and still made the catch.
1st down Tigers.
And made sure that he picked up the 1st down. That was a big-time reception. Justin Smith was absolutely wrapped around him from behind, and he still was able to make the catch and fall forward.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line now for the Ardmore Tigers.
Big play right there.
Get themselves out of a hole, you bet. That's 2 times 3rd down conversions were well needed and well deserved, huh? Brian Booker wide to the left. Jermaine, the fun bunch, to the right side right here. And that'll be Jimenez from the gun. 25, he'll roll out. Looks down that way again. That's Gresham at the 40, and he's out of bounds there. Right at the down marker once again. Jermaine could have a 1st down, and we could have had a flag right there. Brian, I can't really see the sideline stripe, but David looks like he kind of popped him a little bit after he stepped down the line.
He was right on him. He followed him all the way out of bounds, but he did hit him in bounds. I just can't figure out how they could mug him like they mugged him on that last pass play and not have a flag on the ground.
Well, you know, when a great team is in need of some yardage and they got a great player like Jermaine, it's time. Break him out. Let's see it. 1st and 10. Tigers, the fun bunch to the left side. This time there's there's Trey out there. Triples out to the left side of the fun bunch. They'll counter back this way. Stubblefield to the 40. Not going to get much more than that, but we do have a flag on the play.
Stubblefield on the carry. Flag down on the play.
Flag is a holding call against the Tigers.
Very poor job of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those, though.
That time Booker drove him into the ground. I really didn't see any hold there. He just drove him into the ground, and they called him for holding.
For those of you at home, if David Polk has trouble finding the hold, odds are there wasn't a hold.
Exactly.
Be more of a pancake block then, wouldn't it?
It looked a whole lot like one of those to me. And it was right at the point of the attack there, so I couldn't really see it.
1st and 21.
I've been impressed so far with the left side of Coweta's defensive line. Our sweeps to the right side have found absolutely no yardage going out that way.
Lionel from the gun with Stubblefield beside him. Trips out to the left side. Looking that way. No, he'll throw back to the right here. Dante got to go up for it. Gets it at the 45. Falls down to the 44. Dante Miller, 1st down Tigers.
Well, that time in coverage on him was Justin Smith, who got burned by Gresham on the big 1st down attempt. That time, Dante Miller just out-jumped him for the football. Little Dante out-jumped him.
Just go back after the football. There you go. The crowd finally getting into this deal and making the 1st down signal with Phil Summers tonight. It's cold. They want to get warm is what the deal is.
It is a little brisk out there.
37. That's the seconds, not the temperature. Jimenez from the gun. Get them all arranged. Trips out to the left again. This time going to run off the left side. Cuts back up in across the 40. Down to the 36-yard line before he stopped there. So a nice run for Lionel Jimenez. And he's going to pick him up about 7 yards on the carry. Let's call a second down and long throw. Well, second down and 4 where they mark it.
And let's call it
Mark it at the 37. That's 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Ardmore Tigers down by single digits, 7-6 here in the second round of the 5A playoffs, and we will have a timeout to change ends as the quarter comes to an end. Ardmore down by 1 to Coweta. It's Coweta's Tigers 7, the Ardmore Tigers 6. We're back after this where the Ardmore Tigers play on the big station, 97.7. Tigers have it now to start the second quarter of play. Second down 4, the 37. Jimenez calls for it from the gun, and he'll take it right side, right behind the running back, and that's a way to get some yardage there as he scoots along the ground. If they give him the bounce, it'll be a first down.
Last 2 plays been designed carries for Lionel Jimenez. There's no hesitation, no decision to be made. He just takes the direct snap and hits it quickly. The first time to the left side, this one to the right side.
Third down and about a yard and a half to go as they didn't give him the bounce.
That was a very unfortunate spot.
And for a guy with the flu, Lionel looking a little spunky out there, isn't he?
They may just let him carry it here a little bit, get that adrenaline flowing well, and he forgets about the rest of that stuff.
They're going to introduce somebody to Keith Todd right now.
I-backs behind him. Keith Todd left side. They give it to the deep back, and he cuts outside. Nice job by Stubblefield across the 25, down to the 20-yard line. First down, Tigers in the red zone as the Tigers get it done that way.
Well, they did introduce him to Keith Todd, but it was as a blocker, as he just absolutely, in my term, slobber knocked somebody to open that up.
Hey, I think that was Brian. Was that Brian coming across? That's who he hit.
Yes, it was.
Another thing you got to like about Jermaine Stubblefield, he's a jet back, but when he gets down there and he's got in heavy traffic and he's, the run is coming to a close, he protects the football, wrapped it up with both arms.
And he also explodes. Great backs explode into a tackle, and he does that very well, even though he's a jitterback, kind of a quick guy. A little quick throw out to Jermaine Gresham. Haven't seen that yet. Inside the 30 or 20-yard line down to about the 15. Nice job. Nice pickup there for the Tigers. Just a quick flick out to Jermaine there as Lionel stands up and gets that done. So that'll about a 6-yard pickup, second down and 4.
And to Jake Patterson, all the other Tiger fans at home listening, the Tigers starting to look like the Tigers of old now. They're starting to put it together. They've kind of got Coweta off balance now as they spread the football around. They've been running it quite a bit on this possession, and they're able to throw it around. And so they kind of got the playbook open and working.
11th play of the drive coming up here.
So Jake and Lionel having kind of the same kind of ill tonight.
We hope Jake's feeling better, too.
Jimenez hands it off deep there. Stubblefield around the left side. Cuts back in at the 10 to the 5-yard line. Jermaine Stubblefield has another Tiger first down. It'll be first and goal from the 5.
It's coming back.
What?
It's coming back. Total cave in of the right side of the Coweta defensive line, but they caught somebody holding.
Flag down on the play.
That sure was fun.
For a minute.
That one was behind the play.
Hey, David, didn't I tell you to tell the officials, since we know where they're from and everything, that we only throw the flag 3 times a half down here?
Well, they threw it 3 times in the first 5 plays.
I knew that.
Holding is the call against Ardmore.
Very specific.
15-yard
Very good.
That was a much better job of holding if there was one, because that was a gigantic hold for Stubblefield to run around on the left side.
Second down and 15.
Well, out to the 25 now, so a 20-yard depletion. Ooh, man, that's like the sun coming. 7-6, the Coweta Tigers lead the Ardmore Tigers. Bright lights in here. Trips out to the right side for Jimenez. Drops the pass back, but now he picks it up and he'll pass it down the field. Looking for Booker in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
But what made that so good, Lionel actually looked like he dribbled the football there. He bounced it right back up to him, calmly makes the perfect toss to Booker, and it took a perfect pass to get that ball to him because he was
Boy, howdy! you always say, you don't say boy howdy.
You haven't. That's the first
a
time.
boy howdy for you.
They're going to move that to the left hash. They're going to go for 2 here and try to get back up 14-7.
Hey, I tell you that kind of play right there is the difference. It's the difference.
That is just a great young quarterback
That's
who
right.
didn't panic. He picked the ball up off the ground. He looked down the field and threw a perfect strike. And credit Booker for paying attention and staying on it and catching that ball.
Good concentration because he was pretty well covered, but that was a perfect pass, and he didn't get confused either.
Fun bunch to the right side. Jimenez takes the snap here on the 2-point PAT, throwing it, looking into the end zone. Whoop, hits the Tiger, and bounces off. Could be intercepted there. High school rules play is over, and that will leave us at 12-7. 9:37 to go, and we are still in the first half of play. Back after this, you're listening to the big station where the Tigers play, 97.7. Kelby going to line it up and kick it from the 40. He'll kick it deep and into the end zone. It'll go in and out of the end zone. And so the Coweta Tigers will have it at the 20-yard line. That wind helping Coweta in the first quarter, helping Ardmore in the second. 12-7 here. The Ardmore Tigers with the lead. And we're going to take a quick look at the easy shop scoring drive here for you, Brandon.
11-play, 80-yard drive in 5 minutes and 37 seconds, capped off by a 25-yard touchdown pass from Jimenez to Brian Booker. Ardmore leads with 9:37 left here in the second, 12-7.
Coweta's turn to snap the football here as they will have it on the 20. First down, Bryant from the gun. Twins at both left and right. He'll send a man in motion. They'll option the left side. Cuts it up, puts the ball on the floor, and that is going to be Ardmore Tiger football.
I believe that was Elliott at quarterback that time. A keeper left side, big hit right in the center of the defense. Actually a good run up to that point, but one of the Tiger defensive backs separated him from the football.
And credit Chris Odom for being alert and jumping right on the ball as he saw it on the ground. We've seen Ardmore cause a few fumbles, doesn't recover too many. That time Odom was in the right place at the right time.
The Tigers getting one back here. First down and 10. The ball at the 27-yard line of Coweta. 9:30 left to go in the half.
And obviously Coweta going to rotate quarterbacks all night.
Tigers up. Who was in then?
That was Elliott.
That was Elliott.
Well, why did I call him Brian?
It may be Brian from here on out if he makes another turnover like that.
High backs in the backfield behind him. And has a ball on the surface again, and he'll pick it up, but he's on his knees right there, and that will bring up a second down and 10.
Things are just not easy tonight.
Well, it's a different atmosphere. The ball's colder than it's been. I mean, this is the first really cold game.
That's true. That's true.
Changes the dynamics of the snap and the way the football feels on your hand.
Yeah, there have been a couple of troubles. I've noticed most of the snaps in the shotgun, Jimenez has had to field him around his shins or even lower. Got to shore that up. Got to protect that football.
12-7 here. The Ardmore Tigers with the lead. Dante Miller coming wide to the left right here. Timeout on the field is going to be called for the Tigers here. 8:52 to go in the first half. We're back. It's the Tigers 12 and, well, those other Tigers 7. You're listening to the big station, 97.7. The Tigers have it now second down and along at 10, actually 11. Jimenez, the snap kind of low there, but he'll pick it up. Looks downfield, can't find anybody, has to run now, and he'll throw it downfield as they come back to him. Nice job across the way there. Coming back to the football, the All-American Jermaine Gresham, first down Tigers.
Nice job. Lionel scrambles out to his right. These guys know what the other's going to do. And you called it as Jermaine just came back for the football. Big target out there. Lionel picked him up and threw a rocket.
And that will be enough for another Ardmore
That's-
Tiger first down.
Got to let Phil get in there. First and 10 at the 20 or 16-yard line. The Ardmore Tigers getting it done when they need to tonight, doing what they have to do. 8:41 on the clock here. 12-6 or 7 the lead. Fakes it to Jimmy Colbert and runs it. Lionel now in trouble as the only man out there, the only man that didn't bite on the fake is going to make the tackle, but not before he can get about 4 yards on the carry and spot the ball right at the 11-yard line now and make it second down and about 6 to go.
And credit Tim Conroy for staying home, because he stayed home. One-on-one out there with Lionel, and he made a good open field tackle.
There goes Channel 9. KWTV. Boy, he flies low through here, doesn't he? He's a flyby or something like that. Buzz the tower. I feel the need for speed. 8:02 to go first half. 12-7 the Tigers. Second down 5 here. Jimenez from the gun. Going to take it. Looked like he was wanting to pitch it right there, but too much traffic in the backfield from Coweta, and he'll just have to step up there and get all he can. He gets close to the line of scrimmage, loses maybe a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down now and probably 6.5, 7 to go. Let's call it 6.
Too much penetration. Didn't allow him to find a crease there. As 40, the linebacker, I think it's Justin Hogan, one of the first guys in there, along with one of his linemen. 73 was Jamel Walker, also in there, just stuffed it up.
Gresham wide to the right this time. Miller wide to the left. The King in the slot. Option this way. Jimenez going to keep it on his own across the 5. First down Tigers.
There's a flag down.
Oh, no.
Once again, Jimenez on the carry. Flag down on the play.
Holding against the Tigers. I'm telling you. So rather than being first and goal at the 5, we're going to back it up near the 19-yard line is where they'll spot the there it is, the 19-yard line. So, oh, man. Third down, 13.
Tigers are going to be tested. A lot of frustration in this first half, but they're hanging in there pretty well as they have been able to overcome some of the penalty problems, and they'll just have to do so again here, third and long.
Third and long has been pretty kind to Ardmore tonight so far.
Third down and
Island coverage on Dante Miller at top right.
about 12 here. Down the middle of the field, going to throw it into traffic, going up and getting the ball. There you go, Brian Booker doing a good job. He was covered up down there, first and goal for the Tigers. I'm telling you, that is the way you get it done.
And we talk about Lionel Jimenez and his touch with the football, but how nice must it be to be a quarterback and have that kind of faith in those receivers that you know if you put it up there that your guy's going to go up and get it, and that's Booker's done it a couple of times tonight.
First and goal for the Tigers. Jimenez has the I-backs behind him as he breaks the huddle. Gresham in the slot to the right side. Dante way out there. Handed off to the big guy, and that Keith Todd going to get maybe 1, maybe 2 yards on the carry right there.
That was
Okay, how about DeJuan Miles?
There you go.
DeJuan Miles.
I just do positions. I don't do numbers since I can't read them anymore.
No gain on the play. Second down and goal.
Jimenez leads him up to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal at the 3. Colbert back in there. And this time, Keith Todd in there at fullback. I'm going to check it before I even start this time. Jimenez underneath the center. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Colbert. Nope, fakes it, throws it in the back of the end zone. That's Gresham. Easy dance, touchdown Tigers.
Well, the same fake that threw you off for a second also threw off the Coweta defense. Lionel just strolls out to his right, calmly finds the receiver, and there's Gresham on the back line.
Lionel doing a good job right there. Deception, and I'm telling you, worked all the way. Jermaine was by himself back there in the back of the end zone. See See, Lionel's already working on that Carter County Dodge 5-star player, 5-star dealer player. Can we give it to him 2 weeks in a row?
You can, but I right now I'd have to give Brian Booker a vote.
Oh, that's
also.
right, Brian
He's
Booker.
had a couple of really nice catches.
Big catch just then, yeah. Jimenez from the gun. Trips to the right side of him. Jimmy Colbert back there beside him, and he'll roll to the right side. Lionel looking down the field, looking back to his left. Going to throw it up in the air. Go get it, big one, and he does. No, it's going to be knocked away. So again, the 2-point PAT is going to be null and void, and the Tigers now lead it 18-7. And that is the score with 5:47 remaining here. We're back to Noble Stadium on the big station where the Tigers play, 97.7. Back here with 5:47 remaining. The Tigers score to make it 18-7. Kelby Price going to kick the thing, and it will go down about the 5-yard line. Sampson going to bring it from there, the 20, and he will get back to the 23, 24-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. First down for Coweta.
And he didn't make the tackle, but the first man down there for the Tigers was Bo Talley, who really laid a helmet right between the 2 and the 2. For Sampson's jersey and knocked him back inside where some other Tigers were there to wrap him up.
Secondhand Sports bringing the kicks tonight, and we are glad that they're along this year. Secondhand Sports kicks all year so far for the Tigers. First and 10 for Coweta. Quarterback calls for it from the gun. And he'll hand it off to the first back there beside him, and no going there as DeJuan Miles going to put the hat on it quickly. DeJuan doing a great job, individual tackle right there for about a 2-yard, 3-yard loss. Oh, we're going to do the easy shop scoring drive now for the Ardmore Tigers.
All right. 8-play, 27-yard drive for the Tigers, set up by a Coweta fumble. It took 4 minutes and 43 seconds and was capped off by a 3-yard touchdown pass from Lionel Jimenez, his second of the game, to Jermaine Gresham. And with 5:10 left here in the first half, Ardmore leads 18-7.
Easy Shop scoring drive brought to you by the Easy Shop. 2 locations in Ardmore. Second down, 12, and the ball at the 23-yard line here for Coweta. Snaps it deep. They're going to throw it. Oh, knocked up in the air by Kevin Andrews. He has it at the 10, into the 5-yard line. The Tigers have it first and goal.
Nothing like just tapping the football to yourself. Kevin
What a
Andrews,
tip drill.
They're dropping everybody back, going to try to throw a center screen, just didn't get enough air under the ball, and Kevin out-jumped him to the football, took it away in midair. I wish he'd have scored. That would have been perfect. But
The old pick six.
really
but
nice play.
That ball had nothing on it. It was thrown just like a regular pass down the line of scrimmage, and Andrews barely even had to jump to get to it.
Well, and that was Elliott, guys. And you mentioned last time how long would they leave him with the turnovers. There's another turnover, and this one even more deadly than the last one.
I think he should play at least one more quarter.
I do too.
First and goal from
Let's give
about the, they're going to spot the ball at the 7-yard line.
Let's give him the 5-star player of the game.
Yeah. Lionel Jimenez underneath center, I-backs behind him. Hand the ball deep this time, and that is going to be across the 5-yard line. Good running room right there, down inside there. Doing a good job, Brian Booker, on the blocking up front there, but Jimmy Colbert doing a great job. Get across the 5, and he's down to, what, the 3-yard line. It'll be second and goal from there.
Keith Obney had to make a pretty good tackle there as Brian had his man blocked, and Obney just kind of reached in with a hand and was able to trip him up short.
Second down and goal now from the 3.
A lot of fatigue, a lot of finger pointing going on right now in that Coweta defense.
Dante Miller wide to the right. Jermaine Gresham out in the slot there. Colbert, the only back behind Jimenez. He's underneath the center this time. He'll take it, flinking out just like he did earlier to Gresham, and here's yellow on the field.
This time
Gresham scores.
They're going to get Keith Todd on motion. He went forward a little bit before the snap.
Flag down on the play.
Coweta's done it on just about every one of their offensive plays tonight, but they got Ardmore's.
Jermaine Gresham is down, guys. He's still on the field. He's laying right in at the goal line.
He was hit right at the goal line by 2 defenders. And illegal shift or motion against the Ardmore Tigers is the flag. So
Coach Lloyd going to go out and survey the situation.
Hopefully, the way he's getting up now, you got to hope he just got a helmet to the belly and knocked the air out.
yeah, that's what's probably happened here. I think the coach goes out there and dukes him and says, "Hey, get up, Pilgrim."
Yes, sir.
And he does. Okay, coach.
How quiet was the crowd during that little episode, though?
You know,
concern when you got a kid with D1 talent like that.
Well,
That's,
you got to tell Jermaine, when you're down and hurt, and then you get up, you don't come off smiling.
Sell it, man.
He looks fine. He's great. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Timeout on the field. 4:04 to go in the first half. 18-7 here, and the Ardmore Tigers with the lead on the big station, 97.7.
Line of scrimmage will be right around the
Stadium, the Class 5A second round featuring the Ardmore Tigers hosting Coweta's Tigers. 18-7, the Ardmore Tigers with the lead. And they have the football, second down, and goal to go at the 8. Jimenez takes the snap. He'll run to the left. Cuts back up inside, but he's tackled right there. Tackled by Mike Bryan. And crowd really not liking the way Bryan took him down there and kept
quarterback Jimenez on
pushing him
the
back.
carry.
Mike was a little proud of himself on that tackle afterwards. Probably didn't win him any fans over this way.
Pretty proud to be down by 11.
Stud muffin dance right there is what you call that. Third down and 9 to go. Turns into third down and a long 9 to go here as they spot the ball just inside the 10. Gresham wide to the right this time. Dante Miller in the slot there. The King out there as well. Jimenez rolls out to his right. Looks back across the middle. Finds Jermaine. Touchdown in the end zone there for the Tigers. Jermaine Gresham. He ain't hurt. 3:16 to go here, and the Tigers take a 24-7 lead.
And Jermaine says, dance about that one, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm still healthy. I'm out here.
So the only thing remains here is to decide whether the Tigers are going to go for 2 or try to kick the extra point this time. They'll go for 2. It's a theme. Now it's a quest. 24-7.
We can do this.
Yeah, as they break the huddle.
Can we go for 4? That'd be nice.
That'd be better, yeah. Backs on either side of him. Jimenez from the gun here. He's got a wide receiver each side, and he will just run it that way. Option left. He'll pitch it to Colbert. Colbert goes to the corner and misses by inches. Knocks the pylon over there with a pile of people, but doesn't get in. And that will leave us a 24-7 ball game with 3:16 remaining. First half, it's the Ardmore Tigers 24. Coweta Tigers 7. We're back after this. You're listening to the big station where the Tigers play, 97.7. Back for the second-hand sports kick there. Kelby getting a good toe into it. It'll go to the Sampson at the 15-yard line. Oh, he's cut down at the 17. Nice job by Stephen Lee. The senior puts a hat on him special team-wise and knocks him down.
You know, Sampson thought he had a crease to get outside, and Stephen Lee every bit as quick there as he beat him to the spot.
18-yard line, first down for Coweta.
First down and 10. Coweta now the ball inside the 20, setting right at the 17-yard line.
Interesting stat here, Mike. Since Coweta scored to make it 7-0, they've run 9 plays. This will be their 10th. Ardmore's run 28. Total ball control domination since then.
Coweta from the gun here. Ooh, across the middle, and Dwan Miles almost had him a pick right there.
And that was the other quarterback.
That's the Bryan quarterback.
That was Bryan. Almost did what Elliott did a while ago as he tried to find a red jersey and throw the ball to him.
Mike Bryan, a 6'1", 215-pound quarterback, but when he throws the ball, he has such an awkward motion, kind of a sidearm, Kent to Colby type screwball motion. He throws it like he's only about 5'3", 5'4". That time it hit Miles right in the chest. He surely didn't expect it to come hit him like that.
Bryan still in the quarterback, gets a man in motion with the kick of the leg. One back beside him, and that's Sampson. He'll fake it, counter it, runs it up the middle. He's loose across the 30 to the 34, 35, 36-yard line there as he keeps on moving. Tigers eventually going to stop him there, and that's is that the King on the stop right there?
Bryan got up a little gimpy himself that time, and he's going to trot over to the coach, see if they substitute Elliott for him here, and they're going to.
King Robbie Gordon on the tackle there. Sorry, I thought you were done.
I'm sorry. I should have been done.
No.
This is your show.
Yeah, right.
By the way, happy
First
birthday,
and
Mike.
yeah,
Laird. 45 today. He's half of 90. You're halfway there, buddy.
You put it like that, feels really good. Here's the quarterback again, taking the snap, going to hand it off this time, and the ball, I thought the ball came loose right there, but he kept it on the bounce. And that's Sampson there.
Gain to the 43-yard line.
This is a big time for the Ardmore defense. There's 2:16 left here in the first half, and Coweta will get the ball back to start the second half. So it's imperative they keep this lead at 24-7 and not let Coweta get back on the scoreboard as this half winds down.
Coweta's got 2 timeouts left, so they've got some time to work with, but they're going to have to put the ball in the air a little bit.
Elliott is back in there. E.T.'s friend, that's the quarterback. This time he counters out and rolls to the right side across the 40-yard line up to the 44, 43-yard line before he's bulled out of bounds over there. Dwan Miles, Marquise Booker, Brian Booker, and the King, Robbie Gordon, in there.
Robert Gordon and Marquise Booker combining for the stop.
Oh, well, let's check the Easy Shop scoring drive with Brandon Martin.
Quick 3-play, 7-yard drive in 1:35 due to a penalty. The touchdown pass was a 9-yard pass from Jimenez to Gresham. With 1:44 left in the half, Ardmore leads 24-7.
The Easy Shop scoring drive with 2 convenient locations in Ardmore.
Timeout.
Elliott looks to the sideline, calls a timeout. $1:44 to play in the first half. The Ardmore Tigers lead at 24-7. We're back after this. You're listening to the big station where the Tigers play, 97.7.
Calls timeout.
Third down and 4, a man in motion. Elliott back to throw, has the man there. Oh, he's hit hard at the 39-yard line. That is a hard hit.
That's a hard hit for you folks back at home.
Justin Fields bringing all 180 pounds of his 240-pound feeling self up there to make the play. Great job.
And that was another quarterback. That was Jacob Poplin that time for Coweta, and that didn't have any more luck than the other 2 guys have had in this first half.
Jacob is a sophomore, 6'1", 180-pounder, and listed as a wide receiver.
I think he's just glad he made the throw there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he had the face of a full Ardmore blitz coming on that time.
best decision he's made in a while. I think I'll throw the ball here.
I believe Ardmore used their final timeout right there, so they'll get the ball back with a little over a minute left. The wind at their back. We know Jimenez has the arm and Gresham has the leaping ability, so half's not over yet for the Coweta defense.
You know what a hit like that does? When you hit it, when you get it, when you receive it, it's like just crack your knuckles. Knuckles. That's the way your neck does when you get hit like that.
What about last week at the start of the game on Robbie Gordon's return?
Yeah.
I was out last night talking to some friends of mine, and they all mentioned the Gordon.
It was unbelievable.
The
And I
blocks
didn't
on
get
the
to.
punt return.
I did not get to see the replay, but I really specifically wanted to see that, but didn't make it.
Gordon back deep for the Tigers.
Fourth down and a long 8 here as they'll bring the punter on here. The King back at the 30. That's Robbie Gordon for the Tigers. Snap is, slow one. And here's the kick. A spiral. Gordon going to let it hit at the 38-yard line. It'll take a Coweta roll down to about the 32, and they'll down it there. Good job that time, just getting away from the thing in this wind and weird bounce. 24-7. Tigers lead at $1:18 to play here, first half.
I was just going to mention that same thing. The Tiger upbacks got out of the way. They vacated the vicinity so that they don't have any of those errant bounces off the helmets and turnovers and things like that can happen. Turnovers is bad. I thought you were going to say double plural is really bad.
Brian Booker wide out to the left here. Dante Miller wide out to the right. The slot there full of the King and double A. It's Jermaine Gresham and Robbie Gordon. Jimenez calls for it from the gun. He's going to hand it off. That's going to be Stubblefield across the 35, 40, 45, up to the midfield, striving across into Coweta territory at the 47-yard line. And Jermaine Stubblefield getting it all done right there, about 20, 18, 19, 21 yards on the carry. First down, Tigers in Coweta territory.
He just split the defenders. 4 Coweta Tigers in the backfield, and Jermaine's just too quick as he got the handoff and just split the difference. Went right up the middle.
1:11 now to play. Be nice for the Tigers to stick in their eye right here before they go to the locker room. I'm trying to be kinder, gentler broadcaster. So
Yeah,
let's just
right.
say score rather than stick it in their eye.
And that last hit, you weren't real
yeah.
kind or gentle.
It just made me happy. It reminded me, funner things to do. Jimenez back to throw, this time across the middle. Jermaine Gresham in stride at the 30, 25, 20, stumbles a little bit, keeps his feet, touchdown, Tigers!
And they stuck it in their eye. They're, I believe is what you called for.
That's a sharp stick in the eye right there.
Jermaine Gresham is okay, folks, in case anybody had any concerns as he laid in the end zone for a little bit a few plays ago, but he seems to be just fine.
So is number 7. He's okay too. 52 seconds remaining as the Tigers score to make it 30-7 right here before half. Boy, howdy, that was exactly what they needed to do.
Well, they split the defenders again, like you said. Stubblefield did it, and that time Gresham outruns 3 guys to the end zone. 30-7.
And
you know
now,
what, guys? You know you're pretty good when you haven't played all that well in the first half and you're up 30-7 here just before halftime.
He'll be high snap right there, so get a holler fire, and Dante going to pick it up, but by the time that all gets done, they're in there on him like a hawk, and that is going to be the try for extra point
52 seconds left in the
again.
first half.
Not going to get that done. The PAT 30-7. The Ardmore Tigers. We're back after this with 52 seconds remaining in the first half. You're listening to Ardmore Tiger football, where the Tigers play on the big station 97.7. Sports kick coming here. Kelby Price from the 40-yard line will kick it right to left. He's been kicking it a short little boot kick, and he does it again this time to the right side. It will come to one of the upbacks, and he'll fair catch it at the 32-yard line.
The kicking tee went farther than the football.
That's what
the kicking tee is at the 27.
Nick Poverud will be the wide receiver guy that's fair catching it right there. And 30-7 the score as the Coweta Tigers now have it with 50 seconds to play. You get flash dance going over here. The Easy Shop scoring drive with Brandon Martin could be coming up in our near future.
2 plays, 68-yard drive in only 26 seconds this time for Ardmore, capped off by Jimenez to Gresham for the 3rd time tonight, this time for 47 yards. And with 50 seconds left, Ardmore leads 30-7.
The Easy Shop, 2 convenient locations in Ardmore. Brian back in there at quarterback, going to hand it off to Sampson. Not much running room right there as the Tigers get to him pretty quick right here. And nice job by the front there for the Ardmore Tigers.
That's just like a conservative play. Like, let's get in the locker room, regroup here as they're trailing 30-7. All of a sudden, as the Tigers have just pulled away from them.
Again from the gun, Brian takes the snap, going to hand it off to the same back, same story.
Fumble.
Ball loose, the Tigers have it. 16 seconds on the clock, and the Ardmore Tigers have the ball at the 34-yard line in Coweta territory.
It's not your night when you're trying to run out the clock and you still mess up.
Yeah, that you just got through saying they were
Trying
they're
to do
just going to
one thing.
run out the clock.
One thing they didn't want to do, and they didn't.
First and 10 at the Coweta 35-yard line.
Ardmore Tigers here.
Just the everybody curl on 2.
I don't. That's what I'm talking about right here. I'm talking about post play, left side, run the flag route on the far side, and let's see what happens. Jimenez from the gun, lone back beside him. Plenty of time. Jimenez steps up in the pocket, throws it down the field. Gresham is right there in traffic, and the ball's knocked loose.
He had a shot.
Man,
Heavy traffic, triple coverage as they came across.
Second down.
I think had the ball on his fingertips, and a late arriving defender came across.
Heavy traffic in the pocket, too. Jimmy Colbert had a great block, but by the time the play finally developed, there were 3 guys looking Jimenez straight in the face, and he had to throw it off his front foot over the top of him. Didn't have enough mustard on it to get it to Gresham in time before the coverage arrived. Still 9 seconds, though.
I guess we all said that in unison there.
9 seconds.
Dante Miller will run wide to the right this time. Gresham wide to the left. 9 seconds on the clock, as these gentlemen just told you in unison. Here's a snap. Jimenez. He'll hand it to Colbert. He'll hand it to Gresham. Gresham running down the field at the 35-yard line, cuts inside of the 30, breaks 1 tackle there, and down to the 27-yard line before he is stopped. Clock keeps running, and that's going to be the end of the half.
There's a flag.
Gresham.
There's a flag at the 38-yard line.
Can't end with the penalty play here.
I know it can't end on a defensive penalty.
That's David Polk territory, guys.
Well, I think they may have called us for a little bit of a late hit there at the end of that play. One of the guys was kind of standing back behind the play, and he got lit up.
All right. Thanks, David.
Yeah.
All right, we are at the halftime, and the score is the Ardmore Tigers 30, the Coweta Tigers 7 here. Second round of the Class 5A playoffs at Noble Stadium. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back here. The halftime show brought to you by Mercy Memorial Health Center in Ardmore. Glad to have them along. We'll be back for that after this. You're listening to Tiger Football. It's the Tigers 30, the Coweta team 7.
Tiger fans, please welcome the Ardmore High School Pom Squad, the Tigerettes, with Captain Steffi Jones and Officers Cicely Johnson, Phoebe Price, and Marilyn Porter. Featuring seniors Jessica Allen, Rachel Huggins, Kate Little, and Allie Roberts. Juniors Jennifer Bittner, Audrey Cox, Jordan Hunter, Mary Beth Melton, Jesse Merritt, Brett Risen, Stephanie Roberts, Shaquana Willis. Sophomores Kate French, Callie Huddleston, and Brianna Watterson, and freshman Elizabeth Patterson. The Tigerettes are under the direction of Patty Lee. This evening, the squad will be dancing a kick routine to Diamonds.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's halftime entertainment, the Pride of Ardmore will be performing their contest show, Imagination. The show will begin with The Land of Make-Believe, featuring Cody Bowman on the trumpet and Jason Carnahan on saxophone. The lead from the movie Golden Express will feature soloist Cody Bowman on trumpet, and the drum line will then invite several of the band members to join them in the percussion feature Child's Play. The band will choose a closer show with a song called Pegasus, featuring Michael Watson on tuba, Kayla Alcar, and Cody Bowman on a trumpet duet, and JT Hazelton on a trombone solo. Congratulations going out to Cody Bowman, Michael Watson, Rebecca Unruh, Charlie Ashbrook, JT Hazelton, Allie Hargis, Jamie Eastep, Tim Pullen, James Zing Yang, and Corey Jordan, along with Luke Glazer, for making the Southeastern All-District Honor Band. The band is under the direction of Miss Deborah Thompson and Aaron McPherson, and along with Brian Lowe. Drum major for the band is Charlie Kim. Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance.
That's
Ardmore is if you put them in the minute categories of how they did it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, then you add back in the 64 yards of penalty yards. The Tigers had 6 penalties.
Up and down the field.
Here we go. Kelby Price kicking the football off, and it will come down and in and out of the end zone right there. So the Ardmore Tigers kick it off for the second-hand sports kickoff. We'll let Coweta have it at the 20. We'll start the second half that way. The Coweta Tigers first and 10 at the 0-yard line. Let's get a little bit of that crowd action involved in this thing. See if we can't get it up. Here we go. First and 10. 30-7. The Ardmore Tigers lead the Coweta Tigers. Tigers come out. We'll have to adjust to see which quarterback they may play here.
It looks like Mike
That's
Bryan.
going to be Bryan. And he will take it from the shotgun. Man in motion. They run the option this way with it. Ryan Booker does his job. Now they come up and support and do theirs. DeJuan Miles, one of the big tacklers in there for the Tigers. Nice job there on the stop right at the line of scrimmage, second down and 10.
No chance on that play. Whether Bryan had kept it or made the pitch, either one, Tigers had it snuffed out.
They're going to have to find a way to get to the corner quicker. That play just will not work.
I got to get my flashlight back.
I put that over there so the kids wouldn't take it with them. I took my binoculars last
If the
time.
people at home could just see all the paraphernalia it takes to bring you the ball
to do
game.
the games, yeah.
Got flashlights, binoculars, glasses, breath mints, duct tape. You got it.
Mike Bryan from the gun here with a lone back behind him, actually, from his gun position. He's just going to tuck it and run right there after he looks. Makes a stagger at the 25, down to the 30, 35, breaks it loose there at the 40, midfield stripe. They'll have to hustle to get him at the 35-yard line. Good job on the coverage finally right there. The Justin Fields going to knock him out of bounds.
Mike Bryan is an excellent ball player, no
Yes, he
doubt
is.
about it. That time he had a little stutter step that shook off the last Tiger defender. He got to the corner, went down the sideline, had good speed, and then at the end a pretty good stiff arm as Fields came across to make the tackle.
They just doubled their offensive output in one play.
At the 36-yard line, 37-yard line, that is, the Coweta Tigers now have it in Tiger territory. Big play right there from the quarterback / Mike linebacker, Mike Bryan. Now Elliott will come in at quarterback, and Bryan is going to go to the slot side left. No, now you go to the wide side. Now they're just moving everybody around, and they'll call a timeout and say, hey, let's get this right. It is 11:05 to go here in the third quarter. The Ardmore Tigers lead at 30-7. Timeout Coweta. We're back after this on the big station, 97.7.
At this time.
On first and 10, they're going to snap it to Elliott, and he's going to go to the left side as they put him at the quarterback position. He'll be drugged down by Brian Booker there for not even a gain as they drag him down right at the line of scrimmage, second down and 10.
And as Elliott rove to his left, it looked like he was going to get to the corner, and Brian Booker just fought through a blocker, reached out with one hand, got him by the back of the jersey.
Elliott remains at quarterback. And we'll take the snap from the gun. Straight back to throw across the middle, hard, and ricochets off the big wide receiver downfield.
And he had some zip on that ball. I think it caught his receiver off balance a little bit there. Didn't expect it to get there quite that quickly. It was Conrado Ambriz.
I was going to let you say that.
You got to wonder about the logic of this shuffling of quarterbacks for Coweta. Mike Bryan comes in and has a 47-yard run right out of the gate from his own 20. They bring in Elliott. Now they're looking at 3rd and 10. They haven't moved the ball an inch.
He must be winded. Man in motion here. Elliott back to throw. Throws it across the middle, and Marquise Booker has a chance at it. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. And
Good
the questions continue in our booth.
They do.
Well, about that exchange there.
Good job by the Tiger defense. Gave up the big play by Bryan, the run earlier in that possession, but then shut them down at the 35-yard line.
4th down and 10. King Gordon back there inside his 15-yard line. The ball's going to roll out of bounds right at the 10-yard stripe across the way. And that will give the Tigers the first touch of the football in the second half.
And that was Dylan Franks. Pretty nice job as a punter there as he got the sideways bounce. And going to pin the Tigers deep, make them have the long field. About a 90-yard drive necessary here.
So 10-12 to go here in the third quarter. And the Ardmore Tigers have it 1st and 10 at the 10. Some 90 yards to go here. Dante Miller wide to the left. Jermaine Gresham will set slot tight to the left side. Ibex behind Jimenez. Pitches out to the right side. That's Stubblefield. He cuts up inside the 15 to the 20-yard line and gets up close to the first down marker. Oh, that's Colbert. I thought it was Stubblefield.
Pretty remarkable that Ardmore was able to get 10 yards on that play. The snap was fumbled again, and Jimenez got it out to Colbert quickly and enabled him to get just over 10 yards for a first down.
And credit Gresham with a nice block on Mike Bryan, the middle linebacker there. We don't talk about Jermaine's blocking abilities, but got an elbow, just shoved him aside, and a little crease up inside there.
I like somebody was over here saying Coweta fans really don't like the Phil Summers first down, and Phil said, all they got to do is stop us. Great
Another
point.
town turned sour on Phil Summers.
1st and 10. I wouldn't like that if you were getting a whole lot of those. It's not good news. I mean, I don't think it's Phil. It's just the fact that you're getting a whole lot of them.
Little trap play that time to Keith Todd up the middle for 5.
Nice job there on the run and the effort by the offensive lineman right there. We don't say enough about this young man, but he's been starting all year. Quentin Grant. I know him as Q. That's what you call him, just Q. And Hugh doing a good job right there, bouncing off and getting to the linebacker as well. 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball at the 25-yard line for the Tigers. Jimenez sets him down with an offset backfield behind him. Dante wide to the right side. He's going to quick pitch to Colbert to the left side here across the 25 up near the 28-yard line. 29 is where he'll go out of bounds. He's going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down marker just across the 30.
Mike Bryan looks like he's got exclusive duty on Jermaine Gresham in this half as they gave up 3 touchdown passes in the first half to Jermaine, and Coweta doesn't want to see any more of those, so they've got him assigned to number 2.
Good luck to you, Mr. Bryan.
Yeah,
Have a ball.
I don't think you can do that individually, and you're sure going to be in trouble if you concentrate a lot on AA, right? Ibex behind Jimenez here. Dante Miller wide out to the right. Again, the deep handoff to Colbert, and he's going to go nowheresville. He gets about probably a half a yard loss right there. Good defense right there for the Coweta Tigers.
That was a good read. The linebacker there really getting in there in a hurry. Dylan Franks, nice play, 5'9", 160-pounder.
Justin Hogan also came in to clean up, got him from the backside to prevent him breaking the first tackle.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 here for the Tigers. They're at the 28-yard line, let's call it, and they'll be punting away here. Stephen Lee on to do that. He'll stand inside his 15.
Did a good punt here from Stephen with the wind at his
He'll down
back.
to the 44-yard line. And so that will give the Ardmore, the Coweta Tigers a first down at the 44-yard line in Coweta territory.
Good field position for Coweta, but they've got to make something happen here in a hurry. 8 minutes, 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Trailing by 23, they got to make something happen on this drive.
8 minutes, 4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Ardmore 30, Coweta 7. The Tigers of Coweta have it, and they'll break out of the huddle. This is Bryan in there at quarterback. And Mike Bryan will stand next to Sampson. Along back of the backfield. He'll roll out to his left, and looking down the field has a receiver, but knocks the ball loose right there. On the coverage is going to be King Robbie Gordon.
Robbie got there about the time the football did and just dislodged it from him.
Second down 10.
Passing game has not done a lot for Coweta in this ball game.
Second down 10, ball at the 44-yard line. Coweta passing into what's left of the wind. The wind's died down considerably compared to the first half. Judging by the flags there in the end zone. Snap it to Bryan, and Bryan rolls to his left. And keeps the roll. Tigers doing a good job coming up as they close it there. DeJuan Miles, one of the first players on the scene, right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a half yard on the carry. Yard is where they'll spot it. So that's going to let him have a yard. So there's still 9 yards remaining.
Marquise Booker just all over the field. I mean, he's over there in pursuit, running step for step.
Bring up a third down and 9. Trips wide to the right here. Once again, Bryan at quarterback.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field. Coweta's, I want to talk about it. 7:07 to play in the third quarter. 30-7, the Ardmore Tigers lead the Coweta Tigers. You're listening to the big station where the Tigers play. It's 97.7. Bryan hit a quarterback, takes a snap, and he'll pitch it to the right side. Going to be wrapped up there after about a 5-yard gain. And a flag, late flag coming in here after the play.
That's Sampson on the carry.
Sampson's going to pick him up, 5 yards on the carry, maybe 6 yards, so they'll spot it right at the midfield stripe.
Holding.
And holding against Coweta.
A late holding call.
Much rejoicing from the Tiger faithful on that call.
That was the guy holding on to Fields, Justin Fields, who had the runner. A guy came back trying to block him and tried to pull Justin Fields off of the runner, and that's what they called the holding on.
That's about as late a holding call as I've ever seen.
Well, he carried him. Justin carried he and the running back to the ground.
Looks like we declined it.
Yeah, because it'll bring up 4th down and 9.
Just throw the blocker into the running back.
David Polk's sideline reports brought to you by Storts and Sudbury. Dr. Storts and Dr. Sudbury, your family dentistry on Commerce and Ardmore. 4th down and a long 4 to go here. And the Coweta Tigers will be on to punt. Back deep is Robbie Gordon at the 25-yard line. And the snap low, one bouncer there, one hopper, and it'll be a nice spiral kick. Gordon calls for the fair catch at the 26-yard line, and it is made there, so that's where the Tigers will have it. 6:35 to go. Third quarter of play. The Tigers have the 30-7 lead.
And again, the upbacks vacated the area. A little communication going on with Robbie as he called for it like a center fielder and then made the fair catch signal.
They straightened that up pretty quick.
They
right
did,
there, didn't they?
Sure did.
Tell you what, guys, that was a little close. The punter back here, he nearly had his knee on the ground for the second time. That would have been huge if the official had called it, because it was just
It was
real
pretty close.
Yes.
He has been, the snaps have been very slow, and he's gotten a little too close to the ground for comfort.
Dante Miller sets wide to the left while Jermaine Gresham is wide out to the right. Offset backs was behind Jimenez under center. 1st and 10. Jimenez takes the snap, fakes it to Colbert, looking way down the field. Here's the throw. Gresham got to go up for it. Oh, gets the hands on it. Does he make the grab?
Oh, my
yes! At the 37.
Oh, my goodness.
What a catch.
That is unbelievable how he out-jumps everybody so far, just hangs in the air forever, caught it on his fingertips, and then took a pretty good tumble
It
and
looked
hung
like
on
the
to
ball
it.
came loose as he was going down, and he still gathered it up. That's your playback show must-see of the week right there.
There were shades of the Von Schaman directing music when he turned around and looked at the stands and said, come on, what are you going to do for that catch? And the stands just went wild at that point in time.
Well, the
My
Ardmore
goodness.
Tigers have it now at the 37-yard line. That'll be something to watch the playback for, I'll tell you that. Offset backfield behind Jimenez. Gresham at the flank back or left side. Jimenez out to throw down the field looking for Jermaine at the 20-yard line. He caught it. And out of bounds inside the 20, about the 17 is where they'll spot the football.
I try to be a historian of Ardmore football the best that I can. I don't know exactly what the receiving yardage record for a game is, but Gresham's knocking on the door right now.
Elliott got a chop on him to get him down, actually hit him about the knee, knocked him out of bounds, and Jermaine's coming off limping a little bit.
And that will be enough for another Ardmore Tigers.
30-7 with 6 minutes of the clock ticking here. The Ardmore Tigers playing in the third quarter. Dante Miller wind out to the left side here. And the I-backs behind Jimenez.
185 yards receiving from Gresham right now on 10 catches.
Great. Here's the pitch to Colbert. Colbert dances up inside the 20-15. He spins right there, gets inside down to the 12-yard line there. Nice job there. Jimmy Colbert, great run for him right here at this point in the ball game as he picks up a good 6.5 yards to bring up a second down and a long 3 to go.
Yeah, just idling along, waiting to see what's going to develop. Ducks back inside. Gets a couple of extra yards after that. This is about the point last week, a run about like that's when we compared him to Emmitt Smith, I think. Just
he had a pretty
gliding
solid
and
first
waiting.
half, too, 54 yards of first half rushing. But he just, you don't see him lose yards very much. He takes his medicine, takes what's there, and he's got 4 or 5 just about every time.
Second down 4 here. Ball at the 13. Jimenez look both ways. Now he'll take the snap.
Fumble.
Ball's going to come loose there, but he picks it up and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, there have been a lot of missed connections between the center and the quarterback tonight. Don't know if it's just the cold weather. Of course, Lionel again under the weather. For those folks that may not have been listening in the first half, he has been sick all day long, but is doing his best out there and has had a pretty great ball game for a guy with the flu, I'll tell you
Getting
that.
very close to 300 yards passing.
I just looked up here, and I hope this is a typo because I'd hate to be this young man going through school, but Blake Dirt Eater, 275-pound freshman in there on the stop.
Dirt Eater?
That's what it says right here. Dirteater.
I guarantee you he's tough.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's right. Right there, Jimenez getting well. That's him on the hurry right there. Blake Dirt Eater in there.
Man, he is
Maybe you say that differently. Dirt Eater, Dirt. I don't know.
No, that's Dirt Eater. He's a freshman.
Thank you, Bethede.
6 foot 270.
Dirt Eater. That sounds French to me.
Dirtierte.
Dirt Eater. Yeah, there you go.
What I'm wondering is why is he just now in there? Because he looked pretty good on that.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. Young guy, sophomore, weighs 270 pounds. It says 6 feet on the roster right there.
He isn't.
Dante Miller going wide out to the left. Cameron Swindle in there at the slot that side. And King Gordon wide out to the left side. They'll throw it out to the left. That's going to be a first down. Great snag out there. And on the snag is going to be Dante. And that'll be a first down for the Tigers inside the 10 there. So first and goal right at, what, the 6-yard line, 7, 8?
Another outstanding catch for Miller to get the Ardmore Tigers another first down. He had a big catch early on in the game in the first half when things looked a little bit in doubt on about 3rd and 15.
For another Ardmore Tigers.
Quite a Mutt and Jeff passing game the Tigers have, isn't it, between Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham?
Okay, I got $20 that Phil Summers does not make it through the night with a voice. We've had too many first downs. He's sounding a little bit rough right
I'll
there.
see your 100 that there's never a Phil Summers day in Coweta, Oklahoma.
That's right. I-backs behind him, and Jimenez sets him down here. First and goal, ball right at the 8-yard line after they get it spotted. Right side, he'll pitch it to Colbert. Colbert cuts up inside and down inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Jimmy Colbert doing a good job right there, running up inside the traffic. Good blocking, too. Boy, you got to talk about that front line just a little bit here. Those guys really powering out that time.
Mike Bryan just saved a touchdown there as he moved over there from his linebacker position just to knock him down at the 2-yard line.
And a big credit to the line in another regard. They lost one of their key cogs, Tommy Fitzgerald, kind of has a leg problem tonight. He's been out since the early part of the first half. Kevin Andrews has stepped in and done a very admirable job blocking from the tackle position.
3:22 to go, 30-7. We're in the third quarter, and the Tigers second down and goal. This time Colbert, no, fakes it. Jimenez going to stand up inside there after the fake, and he'll be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Lionel had a problem with the snap again, and he had to reach down to get a better grip on it, and the timing of the play just destroyed. He tried to scramble out to his left.
Which is a shame because Colbert was in the end zone.
I was going to say Colbert would have scored right there, wouldn't he? So that'll bring up third down now. Still third down and goal, and the ball back a little bit about the 3.5 yard line right there, and we've got a timeout on the field. 2:55 left to go in the third quarter. The Ardmore Tigers lead the Coweta Tigers 30-7 on the big station, 97.7. The Tigers with the lead. It's third down and goal at the 3 yard line for Ardmore. Once again,
this is the clincher right here, guys. I mean, already nice lead up by 23 are the Tigers, but this one kind of salts the game away for them.
Third down and goal for the Tigers.
Jimenez will lead him up to the line of scrimmage. We got Twins to the left side. And Colbert stands next to Jimenez in the gun. Across the middle, the ball thrown right there. And too much traffic on both ends of that deal as the ball falls incomplete. I'm not sure who the intended receiver. Robbie Gordon was back there, but coming across right there was Brian Booker, so I'm not sure who the intended receiver was. Any guesses?
On that condensed field, sometimes the traffic is a little tough to handle, and I think Booker probably got tangled up in traffic.
Tigers, fourth down now and goal to goal from the 3. And Kelby Price on to kick what will be a 20-yard field goal from the 10. It's set down and good. It looks good from here, and it is. The Ardmore Tigers take a 33-7 lead here at the 2:50 mark of the third quarter on a 20-yard Kelby Price field goal. We're back after this. The Tigers lead it. It's Ardmore 33, Coweta 7. Back after this on Kick'em Country. Secondhand Sports kick is a hard squibbler by Kelby Price. I've never seen one that got into the end zone and that trajectory right there. Usually they're high flying to go in and out of the end zone, but that one just a little squibbler on the ground. Pretty good hot roller on the ground, if you will. And that one will put the first and 10.
Celebrating a birthday.
Now, who put him up to that?
You're getting applause out there.
Oh, yeah.
On the radio on KICM doing the play-by-play of the Ardmore Tigers. Happy birthday, Mike.
Phil Summers.
Phil knew already.
At least he didn't say my age.
Oh,
ball intercepted! Touchdown, Tigers! There you go! Now take it to the house. Load up the baggage, Mom. We're going to the semifinals.
Justin Fields, pick 6.
I gotta quit hitting you. That hurt.
You gotta get not so excited at your age. At your advanced age.
I love that.
Should we tell them what happened there?
How about we tell them, who scored?
Justin Fields.
Justin, hey, great job there. Justin just steps out in front of the pass, a pass that's ill-advised on that end of the field anyway. I never have understood why they throw that thing down there. And he steps out there, nobody between him and the end zone. Touchdown Ardmore, and the Tigers take it to a 39-7 ball game. And I just whacked
okay?
Billy hard enough to hurt me.
Are you okay there, Mike?
He's not going to.
The birthday boy is pumped.
Here we go. The Kelby Price kick coming here. Dante Miller holds it. The kick is set down good and up high and nice through the uprights. So the Tigers, with 2:44 remaining here, lead it 40-7, and we're playing in the third quarter. Back after this, and we'll get Dr. Troop up here to look at Billy's shoulder. You're listening to the big station, 97.7. Kelby Price gets a foot into it. The second-hand sports kick is going to be in and out of the end zone once again. So the Coweta Tigers will have a chance to throw another touchdown pass for the Ardmore Tigers from the 20-yard line, first down there.
Boy, that is a dilemma because they really have completed more to the Tigers than to their own receivers tonight.
Right, yeah.
I want to hear not only the first easy shot scoring drive, but that little short interception, too.
You got it. A 71-yard, 9-play drive in 3:45 was capped off by a 20-yard field goal by Kelby Price, the first of the year for the Tigers. And then one play, a 25-yard pick-six interception returned by Justin Fields that sent Mike Laird into a conniption fit, puts Ardmore up 40-7 with 2:44 left in the third quarter.
That's the first time we've used that this year.
Conniption
fit.
Yeah, we haven't had a conniption fit yet. Well, Mike Bryan now going to be spun around right there as he takes the snap, now dancing around, and somebody tackling. Knock that off. There you go. Andron Thompson, the tackler, chasing him, kind of mirroring him, and Brian Booker comes and helps him. Also Fields in there for the help, Jared Fields. And that'll be second down a long way.
Which Brian is he the son of?
Ricky.
Ricky Brian. Obviously, everybody remembers that name. We didn't know if it was Ricky or Steve.
Ricky, All-American for OU in 82.
Was Steve an All-American?
No.
I didn't think so. I knew
He was
played.
overshadowed by Casillas and
That's right, because he
Dante
played.
Jones and all those
He
guys.
played
They
with
were
the
really-
really high
Steve Bryan did win a national championship, though, in 85.
That's true.
Thank you, Mr. Computer.
Ricky Bryan. Oh, there you go. Nice job by the Ardmore Tigers closing. That's called blood on the quarterback. When I was a kid, both the defensive ends just collapsed right there. Brian Booker hit him, spun him around, and the senior defensive end, Kevin Andrews, comes and finishes him off right there.
Tell me about your level of trivia. What was it? I know you went to ESPN.
Won the ESPN 2-minute drill at Remington Park and got an all-expense-paid trip to the ESPYs in 2003. Met Terrell Owens, and he's a nice guy.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
He was a very nice guy.
Does he still get paid while he's kind of?
After 4 games, he does get paid.
Okay. I didn't know how they did that. They suspend him and then kind of remove him. And
Yep. But
I didn't know how
after
the money
4
was
games,
going.
he has to be paid.
Bryant in trouble, going to throw what looked like a screen pass, but broken up there. Nice job by the defensive unit for the Ardmore Tigers once again. Breaking it up right there is Andron Thompson.
So let me get it straight. You met him. He's a nice guy. After that, he's a jerk. So how did that happen?
Well,
you changed his life. It's your fault.
I have a weird effect on people.
It was the Brian Martin connection.
What now?
Brandon Martin connection. That's what it was right there.
Well, the Coweta Tigers is going to punt it away here to Ardmore. 4th down and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line. So the punter standing inside the 8. I'd give you his name, but I can't read his number.
Shank.
Good
Boy,
job,
did he.
Ellis Knight gets away from it.
Everybody dogs away from it right there, and Coweta will down it at the 41-yard line. That's in Coweta territory, so the Ardmore Tigers have it there, 1st and 10, and 55 seconds remaining in the third. You just tuned in to find out the score. Shame on you. It is 40-7, though. However,
Jordan Gary coming at quarterback. Let Jimenez have some warm chicken broth.
Lionel, boy, if he's playing ill, you know, it might not be a bad thing to give him some kind of strain every week because he surely has had a pretty productive game. Jordan takes the snap. He's back to throw. Way down the right side looking for Dante Miller, and he's going to be wound up in double coverage right there, and the ball knocked away. Knocking is Cameron Boyow.
Justin Smith in coverage on him there, and then safety came across at the last second to reach a hand in there. Good defense that time for Coweta. You know, haven't talked about it, but the last appearance for these seniors on this field. And so what a ball game to go out on. Started out a little sluggish and then really got things rolling.
Backs behind him, and Jordan sets him down, hands it off to Jimmy Colbert. That was a really good handoff because Jimmy boomed up in there to the 27-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Tigers. They spotted it at 29. I've been missing it by about 2 yards all night. I've noticed that.
I'm not sure you've been missing as much as they have.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to think.
Colbert's having a solid ball game. Like to see him stay in there and get close to 100 yards.
So the ball sets at the 29 here. Another first down for the Tigers. I didn't hear Phil that time, did he?
I think we're going to have more than one player of the game as we go through the playoffs here because it's too hard to pick somebody.
I think we ought to just take them all out to McDonald's after the game or something. This has been a great game. Oh, new guy in
Dominic
there.
Williams this
Dominic getting a carry on the football to the right side. He'll carry it about 5 yards before he's tackled. Down to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 5 there.
And, you know, when the Tigers put the reserves in, these guys are getting a lot of experience this season. They've played about as much as the starters have through the season, so there's not going to be a lot of drop-off when they hit the field.
All right. See, now this is what fans are supposed to do at the end of a quarter. You stand up and you applaud when they played like they did right there. The third quarter, big quarter for the Ardmore Tigers. They lead it now 40-7 as we end the quarter, and we're back after this 30. You're listening to Tiger Football, the Ardmore Tigers 40, Coweta 7 on the big station, 97.7. That's Jake Patterson. We were talking about him being ill, so he came up in the box here, and he sat with Phil Summers, and he just did the Ardmore Tiger first down. I tell you what, you know Jake is going to be you when he gets to be your age. He knows a bunch about Ardmore Tiger.
You're already training my replacement.
Brandon Martin. No, I'm just saying he's a young guy, but he knows a lot about what the Tigers have done over history. Dominic Williams is going to be part of that history, the up-and-coming part of it. Rolls to the left side and gets him about 5 yards again. So right now he's carried the ball, 3 times? And he's got about a 5-yard average.
Well, it's refreshing to see how much history he knows, but I tell you what, he nailed the Phil Summers right there, dead on. Even had the grr on the R.
Yeah, there you go.
The grr.
The grr.
He's practiced that at home a whole lot.
He did a good job.
Johnny Crutchfield's leaving, so we can the 2nd down and 5. We're just going to start naming the people that are leaving, if it's okay with you. 10:52 to play here, and this time Jordan looking for some help, flings it out there to the right side.
It was Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon, the king, is going to be tackled after about maybe, a yard gain on the play, if they give him that much.
Tackled at the 12-yard line.
David Polk was right there and could have tackled him.
Close to 2, yeah, he was really close to me. I kind of backed off after Chickasha. You know, I don't get too close to the sideline anymore.
They spot that pretty well that time. I'm not going to complain. 3rd down.
Little gunshot, David. Huh?
He got a good spot.
Did you give the yardage, Brandon, while I was out of the office?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Or yes, sir.
I don't know what Phil just announced right there, but he got a big hand from the crowd.
Ibach's behind him, and again, Gary sets him down. Jordan takes a snap, hands it off deep. That's Dominic. Going to follow his block right there. Good job right there for the Ardmore Tigers, getting inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line. 1-yard line is where they'll have it. Who's the lead blocker right there?
Keith Todd.
That's what I was going to say. Young Keith Todd.
Dominic Williams is impressive. I'm telling you, we have been impressed all year. He's just a sophomore, 5'6", 160-pounder. Looks bigger than that. Big, thick legs, stout kid. He's got a lot of playing time, too, these last 3 or 4 ball games.
Robbie Gordon will sit in the slot while Dante Miller is wide to the left here. I-backs behind Jordan Gary. First and goal from the 1, and he'll hand it off to the big Keith Todd. And you know, when you're the big guy and you're first in the hole, it's sometimes a wall.
Tough sledding there.
Nice job there.
Handoff goes to number 38, Keith Todd.
Keith's going to get maybe a half-yard on the carry down to about the half-yard line. That's pretty close, isn't it, David? How close is that to the...
Well, they actually lost about a half. He's closer to the 2-yard line now. He really got lit up and pushed back.
That's where the Coweta Tigers sitting down, isn't it?
Right.
I thought they spotted the ball in front of him. They're going to spot it where he is.
Right.
He was sitting on it.
He was tiny shoe.
They're sitting beside it.
Shoe repair.
So second and goal now from the 2. It was first and goal from the 1. Now second and goal from the 2. Dominic Williams dots the I behind Jordan Gary. He's got twins wide to the left. Takes the snap, going to hand it off once again to Keith Todd. He barrels his way, rumbles, stumbles, runs over a couple of guys. Touchdown Tigers.
Kyle went backwards that time. Keith Todd won that one.
I don't think you can give a whole lot to the offensive line on that one. I think they were just afraid and got out of Keith's way.
He wanted it really bad.
It looked like it.
He got it, too.
That's great. So the Ardmore Tigers score to make it 46 now to 7. 8:35 remaining. And Kelby Price on there. Dante Miller will hold for this PAT. Point after attempt at 8:35 remaining in the ballgame. Keith Todd has scored on a 2-yard plunge. Timeout Tigers. And we'll take 1-2. 46-7. The Tigers lead it with 8:35 to play. We're back after this on the big station, 97.7. And welcome back to Noble Stadium as Kelby Price going to put it through the uprights. It is good, and at 8:35 left to go in the ball game, the Ardmore Tigers take a 40-point lead. It's 47-7. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back here and get the kick for you. Again, Ardmore 47, Coweta 7 on the big station, 97.7.
That was the second team.
Well,
kicker.
the second-hand sports kick right there is up high in the air. And it comes down a little pooch kick right there. Doing the kicking that time, we had a new guy named Jesse Parker, the three-point specialist, getting the kick done right there. And he'll kick it down to the 30 after the return. 36 is 37, let's call it. That's where they spotted first and 10 there. I had to count up. You see at 35, 36, 37. 8:29 to go. Trips out to the left here for Coweta. Coweta.
Whoop.
And even a different quarterback than we've had. Is this? No, it's Brian. For some reason, without these glasses, 11 looked like a big 0.
Receiver fell down. That's really not Brian's fault. Threw it where he was supposed to. Nobody there. And Brandon's got your easy shop scoring drive, I think. He's all ready for you, Mike.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay. 9-play, 59-yard drive for the Tigers with 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Capped off by a 2-yard run by Big Keith Todd. He's kind of a Mike Allstock clone. Just the pile moves with him. Nice to see him get another touchdown this year.
Brian again calls for it from the gun here. That's the Easy Shop scoring drive. The Easy Shop, 2 easy locations. 42-yard line, and that reception there is made. Pretty tough. Pretty tough going in there even after he catches it. Ardmore Tigers closing pretty quickly here. Some of these guys don't get a lot of playing time. Now they're playing in the second round of the playoffs.
Quarterfinals.
You like that, huh?
You know, the Tigers had to overcome a bunch today. Not only the curse of the Mike Laird birthday, but my in-laws came up for the game. And so they had to overcome the in-law curse, too. And Ardmore's done a pretty good job of it. That was some bad news when I received it the other day that they would be in attendance. But we overcame it. And there he is down there. I'm waving to him.
From the I'll Say Anything file, there's Brandon Martin. Here's boy, I'll tell you what. This kid can play this game just because he has a lot of heart, you know. I mean, Mike Bryan is probably the reason this team's where they are right
well,
now.
he is, and he's just outnumbered. Tigers have several Mike Bryans on their team.
Exactly.
He is a load, though. He is elusive. Got a lot of heart.
Good genetics, too.
He's really conclusive.
Randy Kendrick is broadcasting with his phone call, I hope.
Yeah, he said Brandon Kendrick
He
just
loves
told somebody he
somebody.
loved somebody. I'll see you tomorrow. Tell me.
He was talking to his daddy,
Oh, that's
okay.
nice.
telling him that we're ahead 47-7.
He got the score right. We just heard him say, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I just can't wait to get a copy of this film and make sure that Brandon's in-laws have it.
I know.
My father-in-law's down there listening on the headset
Oh,
right now,
okay.
and I saw him turn around and look at me.
Okay.
So
I think he lost his Christmas stocking.
So-
Won't be one with your name on it on the
just
mantle. I'll
just
say
one
that.
more week in the doghouse, guys. That's all it
Switches.
is.
I can hear him now. He calls his daughter and says, hey, won't you come down this weekend? And no, yeah, tell what's his name if he wants to come. 7:25. That's the time remaining here. Coweta has a second down and 10 facing them at the 49 in Tiger territory. They snap it this time to Brian, and he pitches it quickly to Sampson, and Sampson's going to be hit, but not before he picks up about 7 or 8. There you heard the coaches tell him what to do, wrap him up. As they didn't get all that done, he'll get about 7 yards on the carry. It'll be third down and 3, beg your pardon.
We might have sold Coweta a little short because Jeremiah Sampson is pretty good, too.
Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The first time this year, the Ardmore Tigers have suffered the loss of the first. Did Ada score first? No. So the Ardmore Tigers, this first team to score on them quickly in the first quarter.
I believe we trailed at Lawton MacArthur early.
Early on, yes, sir. But that was a 2-day game, and it's hard to keep up with that stuff.
But who am I to argue with Mr. Computer?
No, we
back here?
trailed 3-0, so the 7-0 deficit was the largest we faced
Oh,
all
well,
year.
that's what
Okay.
he meant. The largest deficit. Well,
So we'll move the chains again for Coweta as they get the ball to the 37-yard line of the Tigers.
that was such a freaky game. Who can remember that? We had to do it. We had to play it twice.
Yeah, but think about it. That was pretty slick and and quick there of Brandon Martin to come up with that. Well,
Yeah.
you know, the largest lead.
Yeah, he's going to be a
You're good,
politician.
Brandon's pretty sharp.
It's pretty smarmy, too.
I don't care what they say about him. 1st and 10. Back to throw, and high in the air and down the field. And the intended receiver is, well,
Was the quarterback.
almost, Brian. Which one? Which of the
That was-
three? Is Brian
that
the
was
intended
Elliott.
receiver? Or Elliott the intended receiver?
That was Elliott to Bryan.
Yeah,
You know,
Elliott was throwing the ball that time.
Brian has to be tired, though. He has played everything tonight.
Cameron Swindle on the
Well, that's what I said. It's so unusual to see a guy. I said in high school, it's unusual to see a guy that plays middle linebacker and quarterback. You just don't see that very often.
He
I
was
mean,
also on defense. He was in coverage against the fastest of the Tiger receivers out there.
if he were cloned, if he were twins, we'd be in trouble. I'll tell you that, because he would be rested and hard to deal with. Sampson right side, good little runner. He's got that low. Talking about Emmitt Smith, he's got that low center of gravity and really does a good job. Stephen Lee on the tackle
Very
there
nice
for
tackle
the
by Stephen
Tigers. You bet 3rd down 4 now.
Of course, Coweta would like to punch it in to close the gap on the score a little bit. 47-7, 5:43 left. Tigers in command. Didn't start that way. A little shaky the first 5 minutes or so.
They're on a 47-0 run.
30, you're exactly right. 32, the yard stripe right there. And they'll set them down from the gun here. 3rd down and a long 4. Just going to take it and run and going to get close to the first down yardage right there. Botali on the tackle. Elliott
Botali making the tackle
on the run
around the 26-yard line.
So that will give them another first down, just barely, but they get it to the 21. Spot of the 21.5-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Coweta as the clock ticks at 5:11.
Time to call your travel agent, make your travel plans for next weekend.
Plan on Oklahoma
Don't know where
City,
we're going yet.
Somewhere in the city.
Well, we hope it's somewhere in the city.
It will not be Stillwater.
I would like for it to be at Noble Stadium. Is there any way we could get that done? Man in motion. 1st and 10, and they'll hand it off to the back. Sampson to the right side. Good little runner. He keeps his feet really well. That's what his low center of gravity for Sampson, and he gets enough. It'll be close to the first down, just shy of the first down mark. About a yard short, 2nd down and 1.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
This time, just going to streak right up the middle there on the handoff, and that will give the Coweta Tigers the score. So Sampson scores from the 17-yard line, so 17-yard touchdown run to make it 47-13 with 4:20 remaining in the ball game.
Well, you got to credit Coweta. They wanted some more points, and they took it down and got them. Some poor tackling. Tiger 2nd and 3rd teamers out there on the field just didn't wrap up. Game, you know, a little hard to have that same drive you had early in the contest there when you have pulled away.
Here's the PAT, and it is up, and it is good. So with a 4:20 clock, the score now, the Ardmore Tigers 47, the Coweta Tigers 14. We'll be back after this with more of the 4th quarter at 4:20 o'clock, and back after this on Kick'em Country.
Kick. Oh, now there's. Why do they do that every time?
And the Coweta Tigers going to try that onside kick. Good job down there. Did the ball come loose? It was a battle
there
for it. I thought it popped right up into the Tigers' reach right there.
Josiah Custer paid for it by getting the brunt of all 11 Coweta kickoff team members, and he still held on to the ball. That's saying something for a kid that's 5'6", 140 pounds.
He stayed home, too.
Yeah.
They've done that little goofy little kick, well, at the start of the game and also after their field goal, where they run up, look like they're going to just have the onside kick, then they branch out. Well, that time they faked it, then they went back and did it. But Custer was not fooled all over the football.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The good news is it looked really good. The bad news is now it gives the Tigers a short field here late in the ball game with some kids that aren't convinced this is over yet. Stanton St. Clair wide to the right. Jordan Gary underneath center. He'll take the snap, hand it off to the deep back. It's Dominic. He kicks it outside at the 50, gets down to the 48-yard line right there, so give him 3 yards on the carry.
Number 19, Dominic Williams on the carry.
So spot the ball at the 49. You could have spotted it at the 48 if you had wanted to. 2nd down and 7.
A little chapped about the spots, aren't you, Mike?
Well, no, you get, when you do this, usually what you learn to do is you look at the guy across the field, and he makes the spot every time. And when he's moving around after the ball stopped, something's wrong every time, and that's what's bothering me tonight. He should be moving. Now David's going to get on tonight. I mean, he should just spot the ball.
I'm not saying a word.
It's 47-14.
Yeah.
Anybody have a guess as to what that play was?
Birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, you're thinking you'd rather him make the right spot than just spot it real
Yes.
quick. But then again, I'd rather him stand still like the other guys do. 3rd down and 6.
We'll let you rant. You're the birthday boy.
I'm not ranting. I'm through. I'll tell you, it's 47-14.
With 3 minutes left. What a great night for the Tigers.
Now we get to get dressed up and go somewhere else.
It'll be colder next week. Get the hunting socks out.
Man, can you think of all the stories these guys, these team members are going to have to tell the stories in the future of this season?
Gary hands it off deep to Dominic, and Dominic just keeps on creating yardage there as he runs into the pile, keeps his legs moving across to the 45-yard line. So give him 2 or 3 yards extra there that he probably shouldn't have gotten. And 4th down and 3 now.
And what's also cool to think about is, I was 10 when they won it in 92, and I still talk about it and think about what a great team that was. All the young kids in there tonight, this is the team they'll remember. That 05 team. Man,
and as these guys get together in the future and reminisce about this season when they're even as old as Mike Laird, and they're still telling these same stories, kind of like Mike does sometimes.
They won't remember.
We still hear
if their memory still functions, right?
Hey, what was that deal I heard the other day that, as you get older, there was a guy talking to his son. He goes, and his son had scored a touchdown, a 20-yard touchdown in a football game when he's like a freshman. And he said, son, as you get older, that touchdown will get longer and longer. No, that's about right.
And the weather will get colder and colder.
That was a 3rd down toss over there on the left to Dominic.
4th down toss.
Brings up, yes. Oh, it was 4th. I'm sorry. Brings up a change of possession.
I'll stop with him. He was on a roll.
Just under 2 minutes, 154.
154 at a 47-14 ball game. So the Coweta Tigers now have the offensive edge here. Who's the quarterback, Billy?
Elliott.
Okay.
Elliott.
Across the 45 to the 50 as he runs the ball, and then he's going to get plowed right there. Nice job breaking down Bo Talley again. How many times we get to say Bo Talley before he just starts in these games? He's a young guy and junior, 160-pounder, but boy, when he's out there, he makes a lot of tackles.
Started against John Marshall, wasn't
right.
it? And we gave him the player of the game.
Yeah,
I mean, he played so well that night,
game.
which is great to come in as a reserve, get a chance to start, win an award, and he is, every time they put him in there, he makes things happen.
Bo going to be a great starter at the linebacker outside. That little wily back, whatever you want to call him there, on defense next year. Well, next week we are unsure right now what's going on. Trying to find out about the Guthrie-Bixby ball game. That's the Tigers' next foe. They're playing. Actually, they play tomorrow night. And
well, no wonder we can't get a score.
that's why. I just
hard to
realized they play. The reason they do that is so the coaches can go watch each other play, and we'd probably find that out if we looked in the crowd here and saw some Bixby and Guthrie scouts.
Well, I bet you they're going to be busy.
Yeah, they're going to be riding a lot
tonight in the morning.
And I don't know why I was thinking that a little bit ago. I was just thinking that, wait, now they don't play tonight. Elliott back to throw, and he's going to have to run. Throws the ball on the run. Hits is that Sampson still in there? Yes, across the 40-yard line. Gets up to the 39-yard line. First down for Coweta, minute 30 to play.
Got a third quarter score, Tishomingo and Comanche. Looks like Comanche's ahead 21-7. Wow. So that's not good news. 21-7, Comanche with the lead over Tish. And thanks to Mike Strawn, and we sent him an impossible task to get us a Guthrie-Bixby score.
Call off the dogs,
Didn't
Michael.
realize it, but we thank you for your efforts, Mike.
We'll find out tomorrow night for you. I'm telling you. Of course, a lot of great area teams play tomorrow night. The Foxes play tomorrow night. The Davis Wolves play tomorrow night.
Fox has been treating that scoreboard like a pinball machine
I know,
most of the
man,
year.
they've
It's
been running
50,
over
60
everybody.
points every week. The Wright boys.
I don't know if they played very many full ball games. They have the mercy rule. I don't think they've played very many full ball games this year. So it might be an interesting game to catch at the Fox Den tomorrow night. And then the Davis Wolves, I've been saying all week, you got to go to Canada to watch them play. Fairview, Oklahoma.
Oh, goodness.
That's way up north.
You think the wind will be blowing up there a little bit tomorrow
I think
night?
so. It always is. I've been there in the summertime. It was cold because of the wind. I mean, that is not a fun place to be. 47-14, and not too much fun here for the Coweta Tigers tonight. Had a pretty good time early on in the ball game, but since then it's been all Ardmore. 47 points worth of Ardmore.
You look back here, guys, and sitting all by himself, Lionel Jimenez on the bench. Only one in his section. Obviously a rough night as he has not felt well today, but boy, what a ball game.
They may be under coach's orders.
Under tough
Quarantine.
conditions.
Keep the germs to yourself,
Quarantine,
Lionel.
yeah.
Next time you have the flu like that, ask yourself, how does a guy go in and quarterback a team to a victory like this when you got the flu?
And not just be out there, but play well. I mean, he played well tonight. Yeah, he sparked him a couple of little leg jobs there, and he sparked him pretty well in the first half and has played I don't know what his passing stats are. But, you know, the guy's thrown over 30 touchdowns this year. I was talking to a guy the other day in Tulsa and talking about Lionel. I said, hey, if he's not an all-stater, then I don't think anybody should be. I mean, the guy's got 30-plus touchdowns this year.
And less than 10 picks.
Really, I mean.
Here you are for Jimenez, his final stats, 15 of 22 with 1 interception for 279 yards and 4 touchdown passes.
And he was playing with his left tonsil tied behind his back there,
No
trying to
kidding.
keep from throwing up all night.
No kidding.
Nice job. Here's the pitch left side. 4th down, got to turn the ball back to the Tigers with 44 seconds.
Wouldn't that be about 36 or 37 touchdown passes now?
It's a bunch.
It'd be a bunch of that. We're probably close to 40. And hey, if you just counted last week's drops in the oh my gosh category, I mean the things that didn't happen last week that could have happened, and then there was I can think of 2 or 3 times this season that touchdowns were called back.
Well, Coach Mike Lloyd said Saturday morning on the coaches show that Lionel Jimenez had more touchdown passes than any quarterback he had ever coached in college or high school. That's a pretty significant record.
Somebody's listening to the coaches show.
That's 19 years. I was there, but I don't remember everything. No, I'm kidding. Hey, and we're not having it tomorrow, and I'm going to have to buy my own breakfast somewhere tomorrow. So, but we do appreciate Phil Tabor and the girls out there that wait on the coaches. They really do have a good time when they're out there, and the coaches. It's fun to be around those guys, especially when they're loose and in a good mood, And they usually are by halfway through the show anyway. They come in there early sometimes, not too good a mood, but it's a lot of fun. I hope we get a chance to do it again next year as the Tigers going to down the football there. Jordan Gary is just going to put his knee on the ground, and that's going to end this ball game. 9 seconds on the clock as it ticks. 47-14, your final score. The Ardmore Tigers are going to a neutral site next week to play in the semifinals of the Class 5A playoffs, and we're back to talk about that. You're listening to the Ardmore Tigers 47-14 victory in the second round of the playoffs on the big station, 97.7. And that's the semifinals in 5A. 47-14, the final score tonight. The Ardmore Tigers a little sluggish, just like we were at first, but just like us, got into it a little bit later on. And we have picked our Carter County Dodge five-star dealer player of the game. And the player of the game goes to a guy we could have given it to many times this football season, but we were waiting for a big ball game, and tonight Jermaine Gresham had that, a great big ball game, Billy Wallace.
He did. 10 catches, 186 yards. Brandon tells me, as I'm really not that smart. He tells me everything to say. 10 for 186 and 3 touchdowns. And you're right, we could have given it to him several times, but he obviously deserves it tonight.
Well, let's go down to the with the Secondhand Sports sideline report and get the player of the game, Jermaine Gresham. Oh, David, you don't have him. I see you right there now.
They're doing a picture right now.
Well, let me go ahead and butt in real quick with a score from out east. Comanche led Tishomingo 21-14 with 9 seconds left. The Indians score. Tishomingo scores to make it 21-20 with 9 seconds left. Missed the extra point.
Oh, my.
Tishomingo's season is over.
Oh, man.
At 11-1.
Wow.
And Comanche moves on to the quarterfinals of 2A.
I tell you what, they really do a great job. Here we go. The Carter County Dodge five-star dealer player of the game is Jermaine Gresham with David Polk.
And I am on the field with Jermaine Gresham. Jermaine, 10 catches, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pretty good night for your final night at Noble Stadium.
I mean, I just want to go out with a boom. I want to put a show on for the fans because my last game here, and Ardmore did so much for me. I just want to give them a show.
Jermaine, to talk a little bit about getting down early. You guys haven't been in that position except for 3-0, 7-0, and you kept your cool and composure and did what needed to happen on the field.
Oh, yeah, we knew that coming into the game, if we got down quick, we had to get back up. And Coach Lloyd, when it happened, he reminded us, and it just fired us up to just run the score up on them. That's what we did.
And see, you had a great season, Jermaine. Again, 10 catches, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. A good night.
That's all right. I'll take that.
You'll take that.
Yeah, we got the win.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Jermaine Gresham, the five-star dealer. Carter County Dodge, five-star dealer, five-star player of the game. Let's go ahead and get with the Bill Parker New York Life after talk with the head coach of the Ardmore Tigers. Brought to you by Bill Parker and New York Life each and every ball game, and we appreciate you, Bill. Thanks so much. Down to the stadium floor here with David Polk and the head coach.
Coach Mike Lloyd, 12, and what a way to finish your final game of the season at Noble Stadium.
Well, we talked to our seniors, and David, they wanted to come out here, and this is the last time on this football field, and they wanted to leave some positive memories. I think they did that. Lionel Jimenez finishes undefeated on this field from his 9th grade year on, and I just told the guys, when you come back here 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and you drive by this field, you want to have a good feeling about it. And it's our last time out here together as a coaching staff and these seniors, and I think they came out here. We didn't have very many things going our way the first part of the ball game. Penalties and turnovers and, a couple of injuries, and I thought our kids showed their true character and showed they're a championship football team. They got out first time we've been behind for a while. I don't know when the last time it was. I'd have to think about that one, but we didn't have anything going our way, and it's a good football team, physical team, and, they did that. They're going to show who was the real Tigers, who was physical. I think we showed them tonight. They scored a touchdown late on our JV, but I thought our kids bounced back, did some good things, offensively and defensively, and it's good to be 12-0, and it's good for these kids to finish their senior year 7-0 in this field and undefeated, and we'll go to step 3 now.
Coach, Jermaine Gresham comes in tonight, got a slow start, but 10 catches, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns, a real spark at that point in the game when we got down.
Well, David, everybody changes their defense. Every week we get different coverages. We don't get to see it on film. They haven't shown that coverage. They walked the linebacker out. They walked the corner up inside, safety over top, and Brian Booker opened some things up. And Jimmy hit a big run. We'd made some checks when they went to a 3-man front. We checked the run. We went to 4-man front. We checked to some passing stuff. And the one pass Lionel hit Jermaine right before half was inaudible, but inaudible on Lionel's part. We checked our 92 slant because the safety's playing outside. So, a high school kid checking the 92 slant. Pretty good play on his part and a great catch by Jermaine. And, he's a big-time player, and he plays big in big games. So, he doesn't surprise us, and we just got to keep rolling and go to step 3 now.
A lot of offense, Coach, tonight, but a lot of defense as well. Kevin Andrews with a great tip and an interception, and really a turning point in the ball game from momentum-wise on the field. You could feel it at that point in time.
Well, that was a momentum changer. You're exactly right. And, our defense all year long has not got the credit they deserve because they've given us a short field. And, we're tough enough to stop offensively. When we get a short field, we're real tough. And, again, they set the tempo, and Kevin was a big play, and that was that's the thing that did change the momentum. We capitalized and scored, but, they're giving some things up in the passing game by playing their secondary coverage, and I thought we took advantage of it. I thought Jimenez, he made a bad decision on the first series, but he came back and showed his toughness mentally and made some good throws, and I thought our guys up front protected awful well, But, again, every week it might take us 5 or 6 minutes, but everybody's changing their defense, and, they're rotating their coverages, rotating their fronts to Jermaine Gresham, and, it might take a series to figure it out, but we did, and I thought our kids came back and did a good job.
Was that 36 or 37 touchdown passes for Lionel?
How many do you have tonight?
He had 4 tonight.
He's got 37. I've never had a young man throw for more than 30, so he's setting some standard pretty high for guys that follow him. That's unbelievable. So I think he's got 8 interceptions or 7, and 37 touchdown passes is pretty darn good.
Well, we're sort of biased. I'll put you on the spot here just a little bit for me, but 37 touchdown passes. I don't know that you could look at another quarterback in the state and say that they should be an all-state quarterback ahead of a kid like a Lionel and the things that he's done.
Well, you're looking at an all-state quarterback. He's led us to 12-0 record. Like I said, he's never lost a game out on this field, and 37 passes, touchdown passes, kind of speaks volumes. And then, he's had quite a few dropped also. So, and he's had 2 called back. So, he could have over 40, and he's kind of having a Peyton Manning type year. And, we kind of go as he goes. But he's the guy that gets the ball to the right people, and he made some great throws tonight. And, he made a mistake the first series, but he bounced back and showed his true character. And he came back and played really well throughout the, last 3.5 quarters. But he's had an outstanding season. There's a better quarterback in the state. I'd like to see one.
Well, 12-0, Coach. It's great to be there. We'll look to play again next week on a neutral field. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Back up to you guys again. 47-14. What a great night for the Ardmore Tigers.
All right, David Polk, thank you so much, sir. And again, the after talk with Coach Lloyd brought to you by Bill Parker, New York Life, and we appreciate him sponsoring the chance to get the first blush from the head coach of the Ardmore Tigers. Obviously, Coach enamored with his 12-0 football team.
Who wouldn't be?
Exactly.
How fun is it to coach when you got a bunch of kids like this that can do exactly what you tell them and then improvise when things don't work? Like he's talking about, they have been able to do that all year, and they've adjusted to everything that's been thrown at them, and undefeated up to this point. Really a special group, Mike. And this is the kind of group you got to get in the car next weekend and go see them play. I mean, obviously we want people to listen on the radio too, but this kind of team just doesn't get together every year, and a chance to accomplish what it looks like they have a really good shot at accomplishing.
Well, we could get everybody to call the station and say, hey, I'm going. And if we get enough people say, hey, I'm going, we'll just come up and sit and talk to them in the stands.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that play?
Hey, what'd you think of that? Hey, did you see that? Because that's what we do, isn't it? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
I
Is just
think
sit here
so.
and act like we're watching the game with
We're
our friends.
sitting on the couch with them.
And people at home are going, yeah, sometimes you don't pay attention to what we need to know. But anyway, we certainly appreciate all of our sponsorship for this year's ball games at home and away. It's going to be great to travel with the Tigers. There's only 2 games remaining. We haven't really discussed that. There's 2 games remaining, okay? That's the deal in Class 5A. You play semifinals now at a neutral site and then the big championship game. And the Ardmore Tigers playing well this time of year, and it's a good time of year to be doing exactly that. Again, the final score tonight, 47-14. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back here and wrap up the stats for you. The Ardmore Tigers, again, headed to the state semifinals in Class 5A. We're back after this, the Noble Stadium on the big station, 97.